No, you wanna know? It was not even my. Okay. It was not even my fault. Thank you, Sawyer, for the sub. It was not even my fault. The one that's late is Felix. I got everything ready. It's Felix. It was Felix. America, yeah. It was Felix. I was doing everything on time. I was here. I was ready. I was definitely not playing Final Fantasy. It was for once not my fault. It was for once not my fault. I was actually pretty good on time. Let me get the microphone a bit ready. Make more closer to my face.
My gorgeous face.
Please. You're quiet, boy. This should be better. Thank you for the prime. Thank you for the prime, Zilly. Oh, hype train. Let's go. By the way, okay, I gotta ask. What you wanna ask? What you wanna ask? Hi, Chris. Hi, Taskor. Hi, Sire. Hi, Opex. Hi, Kai. Hi, Chief. Hi, Silly Boy. Hi, Taxeter. Hi, Vidi. Hi, Vidi. Hi, Gary. Hi, Carloso. Hi, I already said hi. Hi, Melo. Hi, Mikami. Hi, Julium. Hi, Jason. Hi, Gary. Hi, Jam. Hi. What? Who the nama? Melo, thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. That's very fucking sweet. Thank you. Hi, cuties. Bongo. Am I missing anyone? Actually, how to task score? Yeah. Okay. We need to hi Chris. Stinky. That was not. It's not turned on. Wait. Lego, can you give Melo his points back? And can you pause text-to-speech, please? You miss me? Yeah, I miss you. Right, I ate my donuts. You eat your donuts. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do our average stinky activities for a bit. Because we need to wait until Felix is ready. Yay. Hi. Do you miss me? I got the boy
I'm
back.
here, you blind motherfucker.
Oh, you're back? Oh, I did not notice.
First of all, I want to say, I woke up late because my power went out because of the storms. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm late. I've got to make food. You go ahead and go live whenever you're ready, and I'll just join a couple minutes late. And you rolling up and going live at 2:14 had nothing to do with me. Because I said, you go live when you're ready, and you said, okay.
Yeah, but you were
so 14
already...
minutes later, because of you, I could have been ready. I could have been ready.
That is actually not true. That is actually not true. Because you woke up around that time. Like we were talking at that time. We're like, okay, we'll just be... Like, we were already a few minutes late. We were already a few minutes late. Yes, we were. Yes, we were.
Felix Nocturne started a call 1:49 p.m. That was 11 minutes before we were supposed to go live. It's not just me. It's not just me. And I said, if you need to go live, you go live, and I'll just join when I'm ready. And you were like, okay, joins at 2:15. Or like
Hi, Rip DMC. Hello, I am new. Can you say hi to me? Yes, hi, Rip DMC. Hi. I am Calum. This is Felix. Say hi, Felix.
Hi, Felix.
There you go. Hi, Galums. Hi, cuties.
Where am I?
You're not
Where
here
am
yet.
I?
Okay, hold on.
Where am I?
I can get you there.
Thank you.
We need to move to the game show screen if we're gonna do that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You're over there. Why am I not on screen?
Yippee. Look at
There
me.
you go. This is a better view. This is a better view. It's only me. It's only me,
Wow.
guys, actually. It's only me.
I mean, this is what we looked like in October.
I
I mean, huh? Did you post a thing on Twitter that I can retweet? Hold on, let me see.
I did. Yeah, I did.
for my like 3 followers that I have that don't know about
Oh my
you.
god, it's not. You have a couple hundred. Shut up. Yeah, shut up. Shut up. But we're gonna be as you guys saw, I made a post that Felix retweeted and made fun of on Twitch. But it's a
I didn't make fun of it.
You did. You were like Anonymous by Dictator.
I was.
You
I
did
was
that
I
on
was making
purpose.
fun of your wording on the Discord post, which you could go back and edit.
Can I have my
And did you?
Mwah. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
So,
Hello, thank
I
you so
don't
much
hear
for
it.
the subby.
I don't hear it.
Thank you for the gift himself. Oh, hi, hype train, let's go. But yeah, we made a Q&A. It's me and Felix. It's 2 people that, you know, I want to believe that we've been doing, like, VTubing and, like, streaming for long enough that, you know, we have some advice that we can give people. I feel like at
We're
least I
both
feel
top
that way.
1% of Twitch. You can market it as that,
Yeah.
because that's technically true.
Yeah.
Even if we're both small and we don't have billions of views, we are technically within the top 1% of creators based on follows, average viewers, blah, 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 suck my ass. I don't know all the metrics. It's just according to Twitch tracker.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, if people like want advice or stuff like that, or want to ask questions but are like kind of afraid to, hey, this is kind of like the place to do so. So for why not? Rem says, yippee. Is this bot gonna be here? I ask question. Is this Vo gonna be here? I ask question, and I don't think I'll be able to see it here today. Well, yes, the idea is to go through as many questions as we can. There's 28 questions total so far, so it's gonna be. We're gonna.
They're asking about the video after the stream. Are you going to post the VOD?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll be up for a week or two,
Yeah.
however long it is for Caleb's channel.
It's so cold right now. Yeah, no, I know. But thank you so much for the sub, and I appreciate that. Okay, do you feel ready for the first one? Oh, first of all, guys, is the music in the background too loud? Is it good? I want to know. Like, I want to make my last fix of volume before we do anything else. I mean, in Sanders, music is fine. I could think of any questions. I would ask anonymously. Let's go. Music good? Okay, good. So, first question that we have: How do you decide what to do for a stream when you have little view counts? That's the first one.
Oh.
What would you say? I really want to hear what you're gonna say.
You want to ask me first?
Yeah.
So, when you are live streaming, there are 2 components that are just like the content, right? There's you, and then there's the thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
And when you're big, when you're Shoto, when you're Markiplier, you could say, I'm going live and I'm going to be clipping my toenails, and you're still going to get thousands of viewers because you've got a dedicated fan base, and they really don't give a shit what you're doing. They will come for you.
Right.
When you're small, nobody will come for you because they don't know you.
You need to, yeah.
So-
Yeah.
I would say let the thing that you're doing carry the weight. Back when I had an old design and I was doing PNG tubing with a different name, I used to do only Animal Crossing on the Switch, and I got a lot of followers and attention that way. I let the love and the hype for Animal Crossing carry the weight for me because people didn't know who the fuck I was and people didn't care. That's going to be the trend. No one's going to know you, no one's going to care, but they're going to see what you're doing and might think, oh, I know that game. I like that game. Let's go watch someone play that game because I like the game. And in the process, they could also learn to love you. That's my answer for that. What do you think?
Ooh, I have things I want to add. Because like you could do I see it as you have a few options that you can do. You can have like, you know, basic games that everyone likes and, you know, have been proven to attract audiences based on how they work alone, like scary games or rage games, or, you know, that is bound to get a reaction out of you. So, you know, some people that don't know you and just want the funny reactions are inclined to follow you and go to the stream simply because haha funny, and they don't know you. If you, depends on what you're looking for as well. If you want a loyal fan base, that's different. If you want views, that's also different. Sometimes when you first, that's something that I did that I noticed. When I was doing my subathon, I appealed to that. So I played games like FNAF, Puppy Playtime, Getting Over It. You guys remember that. And my views were some of the highest I've ever had. Because they're just fun games that anyone can tune into. Like average YouTubers and Twitch streamers are doing them. So I'm not really going for a niche right there. But when I stopped playing those games, a lot of those viewers also left. So it's important to know that you can, if you want an original boost, those are some games that are good to try. But know that after you're done with that, a lot of people would leave. That's just something that I'm saying. If you want that, you may keep some people, but also a lot of people are going to leave. If you start with something that you already like, you are playing it, depends on how niche it is. Because Animal Crossing is not that niche of a game. It's something that, example for you, Felix, is something that you genuinely enjoy doing. So a lot of people that were from the same vibe as you tune into the streams and they genuinely liked it. You were not draining yourself playing something simply because it's popular. You were doing something that appealed to both. People know this game and I really like it. And I'm slowly, I've been changing my content a lot over the months and specifically like over the years. Year, plural, singular, I guess. I've changed my content a lot to make it more efficient for myself and make sure that I am having fun and I'm building the most connection I can with my audience. That's one of my main priorities, making connection with the people that are watching me, not just, oh, I'm playing a game and you have me in the background, because some people like that. But it's not, I really noticed that's not really what I wanted to do fully to my core. Something I may do every now and then. But I want to share art, I want to share community, I want to share their memes, I want to share their creations, I want to share opinions, I want to talk, I want to, that. That was my core, and it may take you a bit to find it, and it's okay if you need to switch different strategies as you go, because it's hard to do content creation and know what you want, because this is very demanding, and it's very easy to do the wrong thing. So expect mistakes, pretty much. I would say that.
Building off of what you said, the question asked how do you get more viewers. I was kind of mostly focused on that. It also sets out to make it more enjoyable of an experience. When you're having fun, you are infinitely more interesting to watch.
Yes.
If you're doing something just because it's a popular game but you hate it and it's boring, it's going to show, and nobody wants to watch somebody being bored and having a bad time.
Right.
The only exception I can really think of is if you're playing a scary game and you're getting scared, but that's still interesting reaction, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're scared and you're going to have like an interesting reaction. If you're just bored or you hate the game, that's going to be very uninteresting. Here's what I do, a little thought exercise. Imagine you don't know yourself and you see yourself on Twitch. Would you stop by your own stream?
That's a good question.
And if not, what can you do to make yourself more appealing and available to new people? Because it's a scary concept, but you're gonna have to put your big kid pants on.
Yes.
It's just like anything else. You're going to suck before you're good at it.
Right.
You have to get over that getting bad part before you get good.
Right.
If you're making entertainment and you're trying to build an audience, nobody's going to know you at first and nobody's going to care. Use that as a tool. Think about, how can I make them care if they don't know about me? Create some product that people would like, even if they don't know who you are, regardless of who sells it.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Also, posting clips of yourself on other social media is a good way to build an audience. That's okay.
I have opinions, but yes.
You have opinions?
That's not specifically what they ask, so if anyone does ask, I will answer, but I could go on a rant about that. The second question that they asked,
specifically what they asked, right?
they asked specifically for stream and little view counts, which is not to do with clips. The second question they ask is, how can I improve the fun experiences and viewers that I get? So both fun and viewers. Viewers, if you're doing something that you have fun with, is going to be, it's hard to combine both. Most likely, if you want the viewers, you're going to have to play the long game, because it just takes time for people to find you, and you're also going to have to play the consistent game. That is something that it is crucially stupid important that people know that they can rely on you and they can watch you, because maybe they really like the niche game that you're playing, but if you show up maybe 1 out of 3 times, they're just gonna look for someone else that is streaming it at maybe every day kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Viewers come second when you're prioritizing fun. It's a balance. Most of it. It's not an always rule, but tends to happen. Ow.
They're separate metrics. They can often be combined, but they're often separate.
Yeah.
I would say the biggest tip I have that people get wrong
Hi,
all the
Ghost.
time,
Hi, Breath.
and I feel passionately about this.
What?
Talk.
Oh my god, yes.
Talk. There are so many people that I like interact with on Twitter and they look great, and then I come into their streams and it's, oh look, it's a slime.
Mm-hmm.
Click, 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 click. Oh, I might die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boring. Snooze alert. If you want to have people watch you, you have to be entertaining.
Hi, Haruka.
That's what this is. It's entertainment. If you go back into the medieval times and you're the bard in the fucking tavern and you're like, hold on, let me tune my lute, ding, 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 and you're tuning your lute
Yeah.
for 3 hours and then you have one song and then you go home, nobody's want to have you come back because you took so long to get to the content, it was not interesting. Versus the minstrel Michael, who comes through and plays 20 songs in an hour. They're like, oh, he's wonderful.
Exactly.
Have Michael come back.
Exactly. Your job is to be entertaining, not just look at me play
Yes.
game.
Even if nobody's watching, nobody's going to stay if they come through and you're just not saying anything.
Right.
Make weird sounds. Respond to exactly what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, explain it to me. Like, I don't know the game because I probably won't. But, like, the big rule of thumb, please talk. Say something. Do something. There are exceptions if you can't talk. But I will say, I don't think I've ever seen somebody who cannot talk who doesn't make their stream interesting in some way. Like, they usually will work
Maybe.
around their disability and still make their stream interesting.
Yeah.
So, I don't really think
Opec
that...
saying that chat is needy and they desperately need attention. Yes, that is also something that I'll add when you're done.
Yes, if your chat is small enough that you can keep up with it, definitely do read it and keep up with it because it makes people feel seen and heard.
Oh, I have
But
something
my
to say.
biggest tip is, like, just talk. Because most people don't watch. Most people listen. Most people have you in the background. Most people have you on their phone set down while they're doing chores. Most people don't watch. Most people listen. And if you're not interesting to listen to, they're not going to stay.
Yeah.
What do you have to say? I talked for a while.
I want to say that a lot of people also get wrong how you're supposed to talk about that or what you're supposed to talk about. Like, specifically, I see some people that think that, oh, just talk about it. Sometimes it's just talk about the game, which maybe, I think, I personally, this is just my own take. Unless it's a game that it's new and exciting and they don't know what's going to happen, like you don't know what's going to happen, I would say most times I'd like to try to talk about other things outside the game. So there's three stimuli going on right now. You have the visuals of the game, you have what I'm talking about, and you have whatever's happening in the game. I think maximizing that is a good personal idea. It's hard to do, but it's like you gotta give the vibe that you're playing with friends. And usually, let's say that you're in a Discord call and you're playing a game, usually you're talking about something else. This is just like, oh, I'm playing something just to have something visual going on, kind of thing. That's what I personally think. And yes, I do agree that that's something that, funny enough, sometimes is hard to like grasp. Sometimes my chat moves fast enough that I can't keep up with it, and that's one of the things that I believe gave me the strength in the community that I have right now, because I try to give attention to everyone and make them feel seen by reading their name, by hearing their opinions, by talking back with them. I would say it's the most important part of your chat. They need to feel like they're a part of it, because otherwise they're just gonna leave. People like feeling included. We're monkeys.
That is true. At least for you.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say before we move to the next one?
I would say everything you're talking about, like what to talk about and when, that's like a more advanced strategy for people who've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
If you're just getting started and don't know what to do, just talk about something.
Or
Talk about
talk to
anything.
chat. You can talk about just
Talk
your
to
day,
chat.
and that's it.
Just talk about something.
No.
Keep those yappers flapping.
Go back and to
Just
be monkey.
something. Anything. Like, if you have no idea what to talk about, be cringy, be weird.
Exactly.
It's more interesting.
That's what I
because,
do.
like,
I make noises, and there's literally clips of me just
Right.
making noises.
like somebody, like, you're taking a clip of you and thinking you're genuinely weird because you're making weird noises and putting you on some cringe compilation. You know what that is? That's traffic, baby.
That's
that at least boosts your
attention.
numbers. That at least boosts your fucking numbers. That's so much better than just sitting there and being
Chad, I
boring.
hate
Boring
you.
will kill you. Boring will kill you.
Promos
Promos al mango. I stand with Naranja X. I don't know about you. Promos al mango.
I hate you. Next question.
Next question.
Next question. We have, boom. What to do when you are feeling mentally and physically in not a good condition, but you have to stream anyway?
Oh.
I have my opinions, but I'll let you go first.
You want me to go first?
I can go first if you want me to.
I want to respond quickly to something in chat that Hades says that I feel like YouTubers are a good example, and I just want to share my own opinion that I think YouTubers are a terrible example, because I used to use the Markiplier model, and I used to think about the game, and I wanted to talk about nothing but the game, and then I'm over here with 5-10 viewers,
Yeah.
and then I've got people asking me questions, trying to talk to me,
Yeah.
and I don't want to respond to them because I want to look like the content that is on YouTube. Content on
It's
YouTube and
not the
content on Twitch
same.
are going to be very different.
Yeah.
Live stream
You
versus
don't have
pre-recorded are
chat
going to
on
be
YouTube.
worlds different. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You have to encourage and consider chat. If you want game commentary, YouTubers are a great way to get experience, but that's just game commentary.
Yeah.
That would be 50% of your talking or less.
Yeah.
You gotta also keep your live chat fed. Even if your chat's going so fast you can't fucking read it, you at least want to address them and be like, hey guys, whatever, and then start polls and shit.
I
Right.
like that you said that. I definitely agree with you when you're like, oh, YouTube is an awful example. Yes, because there are two entirely different platforms with entirely different content. A good YouTube video is not always going to be a good Twitch stream. I mean,
Exactly.
ideally, that's what the big Twitch streamers need to worry about, making a good Twitch stream a good YouTube video, but that's an entire different structure that you don't need to worry about. We're taking first steps here. We're not playing in the big leagues yet.
Baby steps.
Chad, is this real? Yeah.
Chat, is this real?
Oh my god. I gotta want to be a streamer. I can talk for 4+ hours. Hey mate, haha, I'm glad. I'm good for a bad point. Hola, qué bonita mi vida. Hoy se comió logro. Hey, let's go. We have that. And they say what to do when you're feeling mentally or physically in not a good condition to stream anyway. Don't stream. That's my advice. If you're not feeling good for streaming, just don't. Quality, when you are small, yes, being consistent is important, but quality is also as crucially, if not more important. That's what I think personally. Like, whenever I try to make sure that for every stream I am, as energetic as I can be and I'm mentally in a good space. But the streams where I am streaming and I am not doing okay, my views are the lowest. Because you don't want to hear someone be sad for an hour. You don't want to hear someone be obviously not okay. You want them to be all right. You want to come back when it's fun. They're coming here for the chemical reaction. If they come back and they hear you feel bad, like, sorry, I'm not feeling okay, guys. Then why am I here? I'm trying to be entertained. Why am I here?
Right.
Yeah, don't. Just don't.
As someone who streamed with low viewers, as someone who streamed with high viewers, as someone who streamed with everything in the middle, my viewers will always consistently go down when I am tired and low energy. Like, they will dip because I can't keep up with the happy persona. I can't keep it interesting, and I can't keep it fucking, entertaining. Like, they can tell I'm winding down and I need a fucking rest and I need food. And that's not really interesting, especially if they're worried about me.
That's made a good point. Sorry to interrupt. It's saying, plus the bad feelings can possibly bleed into the stream, and now that gets worse. Now that's about to delete.
The psychological entertainment, the psychological need of entertainment is usually enjoyment. There are people who make specifically sad content, horror content, blah, 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 because there's people who want to feel sad or want to feel scared or want to feel understood.
Yeah.
But for the most part, people want a fun, happy distraction. And if you are reminding them of all of the stresses and rigors of life, then you're not exactly helping them in that, and they won't want to come back for more. Because you're just reminding them about how heavy life is. Nobody wants you to see you get on stage and metaphorically kill yourself.
Exactly.
Right? Take care of yourself, and if you don't have the energy to stream, just cancel. You have the power, you make your own schedule. It's okay. A mediocre stream would probably hurt you more than a consistent schedule. If you're trying to build your audience and you want to keep as many viewers as you can, getting up there and giving it your worst is not a great idea. Taking a rest day so you can give it your best tomorrow would probably be a lot better. Plus, it would give people something to look forward to. And when you make those posts, always lead it off to somewhere. Explain why you're not going live so people don't think you're just
Right.
slacking
People
off.
appreciate honesty, and if anything, that can turn into a good thing, because I feel like that's something that you and me have now, so, like, because we share a big community. The fact that people, if we are like, hey, sorry, I can't stream today, they don't get mad. We train them to have realistic expectations and to know that sometimes we just don't feel like it, and they care enough about us as a person, they're used to that enough that it's like, yeah, that's fine.
Always tell them when you're coming back, though. Give them something to look
Yes,
forward to.
yes,
when you're
yes,
coming
yes,
back
yes.
and what you're going to be
Thank you for
doing.
the
Because I've seen
follow,
so many people
Liner.
saying, I feel sick, can't stream, sad face. That's it. That's the tweet. It's
Undefinitive
like,
hiatus.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, don't announce something unless there's like even a smidgen of good news.
Mm-hmm. That's great saying,
Let
listen.
them know when you'll be back.
Yeah. Tasker saying, listen, if I'm streaming a robot game, what would you prefer? Me geeking out over it being incredibly sad with something I should be loving?
Geeking out.
Oh.
Geeking out.
Yeah.
People like to see you
Yeah.
geeking out and
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
rather than being sad because your fucking life is going through a shithole right now.
You should rest, bitches. You too, bitch.
You too, Michael.
You too, bitch.
Oh, the pot calling the kettle black.
We also have, how do you keep up your happy energy? I feel like that's a bit more directed to me, but go ahead.
Getting enough rest, taking care of myself outside of stream, prioritizing my physical health, making sure I sleep enough, I eat enough. I always eat a big meal right before stream to keep up my energy. I always have a full thing of water and caffeine right next to me, whether that's coffee, whether that's a Red Bull.
Water
I got
here.
this big. I've got a 1.9 milliliter. It's almost 2 liters. 64 ounces of water. This fucking
Damn.
big ass jug of water right
Damn.
here. I make sure that my body is fine, and then my mind usually will follow. It's really important. And then also doing something that I know I'm going to enjoy. Learn how to say no. There are certain times where you're going to have to do something you don't want to do just because no job is perfect, and sometimes people want to see you go through a stupid scary game that you never wanted to play in the first place for in exchange for a reward, but name your price. But for the most part, do something you're going to enjoy because no one wants to see you fucking suffer unless they hate you, and you don't want a community of haters.
Right. So I was saying, to be honest, this question is good. I've been trying to push myself when I'm tired in chronic illness moment because I want to provide for people and grow.
Don't.
But these opinions are something I needed to hear, Loki. Yep.
Yes.
Not worth it. Not worth it. Not worth it. You
No.
wanna train your community so they expect you, like, whenever they come to your stream, whenever they come to your stream, they feel included and they feel happy, they're gonna keep coming back. If sometimes you're sad, sometimes you're angry, sometimes you're happy, but sometimes you're sad again. But like, the inconsistency may not drive them to look for you as much. Like, consistency is not just about schedule, it's also about vibes.
If you put yourself through when you shouldn't, you will get burnt out, and you will learn to despise this, and you'll not want to continue.
Yeah.
And then you'll graduate in 3 months. Sorry, guys, I can't do this anymore. Graduation stream in 2
I've
weeks.
seen so many of those.
All the time.
And I want to add, how do you keep up the happy energy? Well, I'm not doing like shit. Like, if you need to prioritize more your mental health and stream less, that is good. That is important. Like, that's why I stopped like streaming like every other day, and now it's more like 3 times a week now that I'm gonna come back, maybe even 2 times a week sometimes, because if I'm not feeling up for it, if I'm not happy, if I can't do it, I just don't. If you can't keep it up, then let it rest. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's kind of
I
like
have things to say.
you're putting
when you're
yourself, your personality is not just you. Like, some people do that, they just put themselves on stream and being like, oh, this is me, I'm here. But know that a lot of streamers exaggerate some of the traits, and some have put on an entire character for streaming. I exaggerate my personality. I'm not as active or as, like, you've met me IRL. I have my gremlin moments, but
You do.
my streams are just gremlin. IRL, I have gremlin moments. Most of my day, I'm a lot more chill. I'm a lot more, like, neutral. Or I'm doing this, or I'm focused on that, or I'm focused on this. Like, don't believe this is reality, because it's not. So don't feel...
It's not fake.
It's not fake, it's just a portion
like,
of you, not all of you.
the real you has a more realistic range of
Right.
emotions, and a
Right.
lot of those are absolutely natural and valid, but not interesting on screen. So you, like most content creators, will pick and choose those real parts of you that are more interesting and engaging,
Exactly.
and accentuate those
Yes.
when they're creating content.
Yes. Be a gremlin more on purpose. Yeah, we have Tatscore and Mleko being like, yeah, you're pretty chill off stream.
He is. And then he has those like wired moments, and then he's chill again. I would say something that's really important when it comes to keeping up your happy energy. This is a very psychologically stressful
Yes.
career.
Yes. You get Sumis pretty much. My stream is just my
You-
Sumis.
You have a lot of things that are going to make you feel unsafe. If you go to the hardware factory and you work at the hardware factory and someone comes in and says, I hate your wood and your return policy sucks, you can say, I'm very sorry. I didn't write the policy and I didn't make the wood. I'm just paid to work here. If you have problems, talk to the manager, call corporate. It doesn't feel personally responsible. If someone comes to your stream and says, I hate you and I hate
You're
what you built,
boring.
that's a direct attack and that can really damage your psyche.
Yeah.
So I would say every single corner you can cut. When it comes to your personal well-being and happiness, cut that corner.
Yep.
If it helps you, turn off your view count while you're live and
This
just
is how I
analyze that
stream,
shit
yeah.
afterwards.
That's just how I stream.
I don't do that now.
Mm.
I've gotten to the point where I've gotten so used to it that I can read that number going up and down because I like to make micro adjustments in my content, and that might tell me if I need to end stream
I
early.
do that sometimes.
but
yeah.
It took literal years
Yeah.
for me to get to that point to be comfortable enough to see that number go up and down without affecting my emotions.
Mhm.
Your success as someone doing a singular thing on your own, your success or your failure will massively impact your emotions and your
Yes.
psyche and your self-esteem and your ego, right? If you don't know the term ego, it basically means just your opinion of yourself. An unhealthy ego is thinking way too highly or way too lowly of yourself.
Can
But
I add
ego in
something?
general is just a general term, and that was just me explaining semantics. Yes.
It's something that you're gonna notice a lot on streamers. Maybe you feel it yourself, but a lot of people attach their own personal worth to how well a stream went. Like, oh, my streams were down this one day. This is something that Felix has seen me through this.
Yes.
That I would beat myself up, being like, oh, this is I suck. I should give up. I am awful. Why am I even trying? I'm never gonna be like XYZ. It's just, it really affects you mentally, and I've learned that I should not look at the numbers straight up, because that is an extra level of stress that is just going to make me perform less, and that is going to make me feel mental stress that is not going to help me in any way. Like, feeling shit about my views is not going to change my content. Like, feeling bad about it is not going to make me better. I don't earn anything from seeing the views going up and down. Sometimes they're gonna go up, sometimes they're gonna go down. That is something that you need to be mentally at peace with, and sometimes that's very hard to do. For me, it's very hard to do. I can't look at the down number and be okay with it most of the times, so I just don't look at it. I just don't look at it. That's how I do it. Very real. I keep dancing to the little music while a serious conversation is going on. Not sagely. Yeah, no. Again, if you can't handle it, just don't look at it. Trust me, it saves you so much stress and so much doubt over yourself. Like, you can ask any streamer in existence, and they're gonna say, well, 99.9% of it, but most of them, if not all of them, are gonna say, yeah, no, I've had low days. Yeah, no, I have days where I had half my views, or no one showed up straight up, but I kept streaming. That's the important part. We're playing the long game here. The most successful streamers usually have been doing this for years, and they have a time to adapt their strategy and their connections and their content and whatever. You are playing for quality, and you're playing for time. So, as Felix said, if you can erase stresses, if you can erase things that mentally hurt you, take them out. Take them out. But yeah.
It's not a race, it's a marathon. You got to think long term.
Yeah.
Even if you're doing this for fun, if you want to do this regularly, you got to take out all those little rocks. Like, if you're running a 1 mile sprint and there's one little rock in your road, you can just jump over it.
Yeah.
But if you're running a marathon of like 23 or something miles, you might not see every single rock, right? Some of them you're going to trip over. Some of them you're going to fall and then cut your knees and then your hands. Over time, all the little bumps will add up and add up and add up and add up, but you can't stop. You got to keep running. It's a
Yes.
marathon instead of a sprint.
Yes.
So remove those rocks from your path whenever you can, even if they seem tiny and insignificant. Make it as
They add up.
easy as possible
They
on
add up.
yourself. They add up. They really do. Also, block people who make you feel uncomfortable,
Oh,
even
yeah.
if they haven't done anything wrong.
Even if you have like 3 viewers, if someone shows up to your stream and they're being a piece of shit, or you just don't vibe with them and they're making you feel uncomfortable, block. That view is not
It's
worth
your
it.
stage.
Block.
It's your show. You deserve to have a comfortable space. Like if you're standing on a physical stage and you're like, it's telling comedy and someone's like, I don't like this. Can you talk about this other subject instead? You'd probably feel very invalidated and embarrassed and humiliated. So even if they're not breaking your chat rules, if somebody's kind of a dick or just makes you uncomfortable, just block them, ban them. You are not a government who is in charge of people's well-being and safety. You're not in charge of their housing, their food, their medicine, and
Also,
you
you're not a
removing them
punching
from your
bag.
space. You removing them from your space doesn't hurt them in any way physically. There are millions of other content creators that they can watch and vibe with.
Yeah, you're not like, oh, I'm gonna take away all your food and water and friends. Like, no, they can just join another community, bestie. They'll be fine.
Exactly. Exactly.
They're fine. They may make a big fuss about it because, people usually don't like to be marked boundaries when they're, pieces of shit. But they'll be fine. Even the worst fucking people that came here harassing, trying to come back, even they're fine. You know who I'm talking about, Felix. Even they're fine after being kicked out.
They are fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of them. Others, I'm not sure, but hopefully they don't come back.
I don't really care. My block finger is trigger happy. I like to keep my areas free of shiz I don't like. Yeah, that's how you should do. That's how you should do it. That's how you should do it. In my opinion.
If it makes you feel less... This might be a hot take. This might be a controversial opinion. So take it with some salt, all right? Take it with some salt. All right, come on closer.
Okay.
If there's somebody coming onto your stream and humiliating you, who says you can't humiliate them back?
Oh, of course you would.
Something I like to do is turn the chat against them. So whenever there's somebody who's like really being a piece of shit or a bot, I love doing this. I'm like, boo! Everybody point and boo at the bot. Boo! Boo the bot. Boo the bot. It makes you feel less alone because then the community's on your side.
Right.
And you don't feel like you're alone up there. You feel like there's people standing with you.
Yes.
So
I
do that
agree.
in moderation. If it's just a misunderstanding of words, making somebody feel excluded like that would not be a good thing to do. But if it's like a clear violation of the rules, get him out of here. Get him out of here. This guy stinks.
Fuck you. Never come back. I usually, that's not my personal technique. I usually just, take away and avoid to restore the previous vibe as soon as possible. But you're valid. What the fuck was that?
Sorry, like I said, if you block minors, they will be okay too. They'll just go watch Peppa Pig. Oh my.
All right, are we
Oh,
done with this
Jesus.
question? You have anything else?
I think so. I don't have anything else for this
Oh
one.
my god. Okay.
Most of these questions, the problem is I could talk about them for hours, but I don't want to because we'd ignore the other ones.
Right, we're already been 42 minutes, and I think we've been through 2 questions.
Oh my god.
Next.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
where should someone start? Should we start with a Vtuber design or figure out what we want to be known for? I want your opinion first.
So someone's asking how to get started.
Yes. If they're asking
there's
if
two
they,
options
what
to the
they should
table.
start with, they're being like Vtuber design or what do you want to be known? Ow.
Here's something you should do.
Hmm.
Get a pre-made. Make it cheap. Commission a friend who doesn't have too high of prices. Start with a PNG. Here's the point. Try it first. I have seen so many people spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on a design, a model, and rigging. And then they go live and they realize, hey, I don't like this. This doesn't feel right for me. You're not going to know if you like it if you don't try it first.
Yep.
Try it first.
Yep.
Try it first.
Yep.
Make an anonymous account with different fucking branding for no views. Who cares? See if you like the whole process first. Actually jump in. If it's scary, just jump in. Give it a try. A community will be there to support you, and they're wonderful, but there are times where you're going to have to do it alone. See if you can swim on your own. And
Yeah.
if you can swim on your own, if you can set up the stream on your own, if you got everything it takes to do it alone, and you still like it, then I would say then figure out what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, you don't really have much control over what you'll be known for. People will find something about you and like it, and then that may become popular. You don't really have control over that. But exactly. You have control over what you make. I would say decide what kind of content you want to make first. Use other people's content as a reference. Look up multiple people that do things you would like to do. Figure out how to do that yourself. Give it a try. And then you've got a clear roadmap ahead of you. You've tried it and you know you like it. Then you start thinking about the design, and then you start investing in your business. Because let's be real here. If people are asking the questions here about how to become successful as a streamer, I'm just going to automatically assume they're not doing it just for fun. They actually want to see some numbers. They actually want to see some revenue.
Most people do, and I don't feel like that's something. I feel like that's something that's been demonized too much. Sometimes it's okay if you want to get something out of it. I don't think that's something that should be like, oh, how dare you? You should only do it for fun. You can do it for fun and to get something out of it. I think that's fine.
People are entertainers.
Yeah.
Professionally.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter if it's a live singer on stage or a painter who sells their paintings or someone who makes funny jokes on Twitch. You can make a career out of it.
Hi,
and
Sally.
if you want that, you're going to have to approach it differently from somebody who's just doing it for fun. But anyways, to loop back to the original question, I think you should try it first. And then if you like it, then you should think about the content that you want to make. And then the final, very last thing, think about the design that you want. That's my opinion. What's yours?
I think you have a good point. I've seen too many people commit this stupid mistake. The fact that sometimes people, I do think that starting small is a good idea. With like a PNG or a modified, like pre-made model, obviously with permission from the artist. I think it's important to start more humble because I've seen so many people that get art of the character, get a super expensive fucking model. The first fucking model they own is like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 model. And then there's like, they actually try streaming or they can't keep it up or whatever happens. And it's like, oh, I'm selling my entire VTuber model with all of these art pieces that I got from them because I can't keep it anymore. Like I got burned out or something else came up or I don't actually like this anymore. I've seen it too many fucking times and that's a waste of time and money. I think you should make it look as good as you can for as cheap of a price as you can. I think that's ideal. It's not an easy task, I can tell you from experience, but there's a lot of very good artists that have yet to be discovered, and they're just on Twitter posting their art, their OCs, or fan art of Genshin Impact, or fan art of VTubers. You can go through like VTubers hashtags for their fan art if you're like, oh, I really like how this VTuber looks like, and that's kind of the vibe that I want to go for. I want to find someone that I can already drive that kind of vibe. That's a way that I was able to find artists for like a decent price. You just need to scroll and have the patience to hunt them.
Yeah.
I think you should definitely, a VTuber design is important, but it's something that I can tell you from experience, and I think Felix can also tell you from experience, it's something that is probably going to go through multiple evolutions over time. So there's not a super priority. I would prioritize your content and what you want to do. And second, design. Expect it to change. Expect it to evolve. Expect it to be in a constant, like, swinging. I thought my first design was a piece of art, and then a year later, I thought it was shit. And that's okay. Hades is saying they're gonna head out. Bye-bye. Have a good stream, guys. Smooches. Bloko is saying, or you can have a friend who will happily be making a PNG for you for free. Yeah, but not everyone has that. That's why I'm like, hey, worst case scenario, you can make it cheap. Messing around with random stuff in VRAID works too. Yeah, VRAID is also an option. PNGs, I personally prefer PNGs over VRAID. There are... yeah. But yeah, pretty much that. get your content together. As Felix said, you can't control how you're gonna be known for. You can control the content that you do. Some of it may pick up, most of it most likely won't, and you can't control what does pick up steam or not. Some things just blow up for no reason. Like, bro, I was known for a joke I didn't even make. I was known for a joke I didn't even fucking make. I have no control over that. Oh, Shaq Focus is on stream. Is on the chat. I love your art. Wait, mods, can you give Shaq Focus a shout out, please? It's a very fucking cool moderator. It's a very cool artist. Can you give a shout out, please? Thank you. Thank you. I really like your art. Thank you for passing by. But yeah. Bro hug happened. And yeah. Definitely, I would say try to make your online. I love your art too. Yeah. I need to commission you. Try to make your online personality be a mix of you, of actually you, and a bit of exaggeration. That's what I would suggest the most in terms of your content. And after that, if you want to do art or games or variety streamer, it's up to you. But make it a fun experience overall. Make it something that you can keep up for years or months. Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. About the specific question.
Yeah. There you go.
No, follow Shaq Focus. They're very good on Twitter. Go follow their thing.
Yeah. We have that. We have second question. Bloop. Well, no second, next one. For K, how small actually is your peep?
-2 centimeters.
That's not right. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Why did you keep this one
I
in?
did not read them.
For Fops, is he lying? Well, I don't know. Answer the question.
20 centimeters.
He's lying. He's lying, Your Honor. Someone else we know is 20 centimeters, and I don't remember who that is, but there was a IRL comparison, and they were bigger. So you're not 20 centimeters. It was a pardon. Anyways.
Next. We have, hey, I was wondering what kind of PC you use to stream. Any cheap alternatives? You go.
It's going to sound dumb, but gaming laptop. And actually do your research. This is what you're looking for.
No, I don't want to do that.
Listen to me, listen to me.
It's how you use it. Thank you, Blake.
Listen, most people who buy a gaming laptop buy the ones with all the bells and the whistles and the lights, and it breaks 6 months. 6 months after they buy it. I have a gaming laptop that I bought in 2017. 2017. It still works wonderfully. The point of a gaming laptop is it's a regular laptop that can actually perform much better. Do your research, don't buy the first one you see, or it will be a piece of shit. But if you buy a good gaming laptop, it is built to handle more stress than your typical laptop and will run cheaper than your run-of-the-mill PC. I assume if you're asking recommendations for a PC that you've probably not built your own before. So if you don't have the experience, you could make some costly mistakes. If you want to just start streaming as quickly as possible, you can do it with a gaming laptop. But don't expect to be able to play a game and stream at the same time. A gaming laptop can run any program beautifully, but just one at a time. I learned that the hard way. If you want to play your big Whammodyne computer games and stream, you're going to need an actual tower rig. You're going to need a PC for that. But if you just want to stream and you just want to just chatting stream, something like this, that could absolutely be ran on a gaming laptop. I would say quick and dirty, you don't want to look too much into it. Do your research and get a high quality, good, long lasting gaming laptop. It's a singular purchase. You should be able to download the programs you need and then go to town. If you want to actually spend more time investing into it, invest in an actual tower. It could run the same cost, but you're probably going to have to build it yourself. Ask some friends for help. There are websites online that can, like PC Part Builder, I
Yeah.
think it's called. You can like piecemeal it together online, and they'll
Custom
tell you if
core.
it's compatible or not. Um, you can probably get a regular computer for the same price, but it will cost you labor. Like you'll have to put it together yourself. That's what I
Right.
did, and it was very much worth it. You can get a very good medium quality PC for like 1,000, 2,000, even 3. So I would say that. I can't recommend good brands because I don't fucking remember. It's just
Shame.
about if it will work and if you can put it together
A
correctly.
good graphic card is very, very important. I will say that.
Yes,
It's very
very,
fucking important. More so if you
very.
want to do like things like video games and programs on top of it, like VTube Studio or Waterdo or Vinian or all of any other program like that. It made a huge that was the biggest thing that I improved. That made a huge difference in terms of my visuals. Only on that. I can't play very beefy games still, but at least with the little things that I can do, it looks good.
Mhm.
We have that. Anything else you want to say?
People were asking the brand of my laptop. It was an Acer Aspire. Nitro V7 Black Edition, I believe.
Drink. Oh wait, I need water. Entertain chat.
I already did the Red Bull can gag. I'm not going to do that again. Well, howdy, folks. My name is Miss Minutes, and I work at the TVA, the Time Variance Authority. That's a very niche character. Y'all probably don't know who the fuck that is. If anybody knows who Miss Minutes is, she reminds me of the fucking clock from fucking not fucking Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail. She reminds me of the fucking clock from Honkai Star Rail. Like they look like they would be cousins or something. Miss Minutes, the clock in Loki. You know who she is. One person knows who she is. I remember that voice. Or you do the crazy thing and save up until you can get a mini god in a box tower. Those are expensive though. But if you want a good computer that will last you for like a bajillion years and you can do whatever you want on, that's the best way to do it. That is true. That is true. I remember her. Let's go. Somebody knows her. Felix, we are fucking nerds. What do you mean we would not know who Mitz Minutes is? I don't know. I don't know. How goes Transformer searching? I haven't looked yet. I should though. I should though. I should though. Anyways, I'm eating my sweet and sour chicken from yesterday. I ordered it and it took 2 hours before somebody picked it up. So I was assuming that Uber Eats was just going to cancel it. So I ordered pasta from a local place that has their own delivery drivers because it's a pizza place. And then somebody picked it up. So I had 2 dinners last night. And so one of them I was just like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to put it in the fridge and have it for lunch tomorrow. So I have it here. Yippee. So I've got my sweet and sour chicken with rice and a spring roll. And my sweet and sour sauce. That's what I'm eating today. Now would be a perfect time to ask you, what did you eat today? Did you eat enough food today? Did you drink your water? Did you? Did you? Did you? Make sure to get one that actually transforms. Some stay as a robot for some reason. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. I had a microwave meal sweet and sour chicken the other week. It was so small. Most of the meal was sweet and sour sauce and vegetables. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Calm doesn't count as a well-balanced nutritional meal, silly boy. I'm actually eating. Of course I am. I eat, Bucko. What the fuck? My goodness. It's 5:05. Fops is too early for food. You should go to bed. You should go to bed. Caleb, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you're back! Oh, everybody back!
I didn't eat anything on broke. No, I'm sorry. You can go to the store and you can get rice and beans for a couple of dollars. I know through experience. Or you could get ramen for a couple cents. Please just go eat something. It's
Yes.
important. Why is the ram boy meowing? Because he's chewing on that good catnip. I don't know. What the fuck are you eating?
Grape.
Grapes. He's fucking grape hungry. What's the next question?
We have Hello KK. My art style changes whenever I try to draw anything, especially if I'm not looking at a reference/base. How am I supposed to keep my style unique and not too much of a copy of others or what I use for ref from? like how do you really how you have a really good style whenever you draw. You can also make it recognizable even with your art style. I'm kind of confused. Okay, they're asking how to keep an art style, how to have an art style, because their art style keeps changing. I think I understand.
Oh.
Let me finish this. No.
It sounds like they want to develop their own style and keep it unique instead of copying off of other people.
If you have anything you want to say, go ahead. I need to eat.
I would say using references. I don't fucking draw like him, but I have heard this on the internet. Using references is a great thing to do, but if you use too many references of other people's art, then you start drawing like them. Don't use art as a reference. There's a bunch of free websites where they will generate like 3D poses for you.
Oh yeah, those. I use those.
Use that, or just use whatever the original product is. And instead of using art as a reference, use the original thing as a reference and then draw it in your own style. That could be a good exercise to help develop your own style instead of unconsciously starting to copy someone else's style.
There's
That's
a big
what I would
difference
say.
of copying style and it being inspired by styles. You know, I agree with Snarly. The thing that I would say is that if your style keeps changing with every art piece that you make, you need to define what it is. Or accept the fact that you have a very changing, you know, art. I would say, like, if it changes with every reference that you use, maybe you are, how do I say this? You don't have enough of a strong foundation on your own, and that may make your thing very easily influenceable by whatever you're using as a reference. I disagree with Felix. I don't think using art as a reference is a bad idea. You should try to, you know, if you're trying to copy reality and anatomy and perspective and how things actually work, you should actually use the appropriate tools, but I don't think being inspired by someone else's art is a bad thing. And something that could help you is that you grab styles that you like. I remember vividly doing this, by the way. I grab art styles that you like, grab things about others' drawings that you like, and use that to be like, okay, I'm gonna draw eyes like this. I'm gonna do this like this. I'm gonna do proportions like this. Build that foundation. Understand what does my style have? How do I do my proportions? How do I do my hands? How do I do my line art? How do I do my this? How do I do my that? And with that, then you can get experimental if you want. Then you can be like, okay, I know my art style is this, but I'm trying this today. And I'm trying this today. And I'm doing this today. Like, that is okay. If anything, if you have a very adaptable style, that is very useful for work. That is not something bad to have. That is something that has allowed me to work for various different jobs with ease. Like, you can do anime style. I could do anime style. I could use furry. I could use cartoony. I could do graphic design. And the fact that I was able to adapt to that was the thing that allowed me to have as many experiences as I have in the first place. So don't think this is a bad thing. This is very useful for the future. Do not think it is not. But if you want to have a stronger art style, build a foundation. That's the first thing that I would say. My experience, though. Let me read the chat to see what they have to say. Jailed you next time. Okay. Protos is very. What you're responding to?
That's just random
someone.
shit. That's just random shit. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
important.
I'm gonna ignore that. I started liking.
We're talking about food.
I started liking a more destructive art style lately. Yeah, that's okay. I used to draw very similar to Dragon Ball, but lately I've been wanting to change it. I can't read what is that saying. I've been wanting to change things up to where even my Dragon Ball drawings start changing more to the accurate ones I made. Even my robots are slowly shifting in drawings. Yeah, no, like hi Tide, hello. But yeah, that's what I would say. I don't really know what else to say. Whenever you draw, I make it recognizable because I've been drawing the same things consistently. I draw humans all the time. I draw mainly masculine or soft feminine looking characters all the time. So it's like I am forced to do it again and again and again and again to the point that I know what to do. My brain is like, yeah, this, that. If you're drawing a lot of different things at the same time, it is very likely that may be influencing how, you adapt to it. And as I said, it is not bad to be inspired by a style. It is not bad that you look at someone and you're like, wow, that's very cool. I want to do that. Because you will still add your own spin to it. As long as you're not blatantly trying to, as long as your intent is not, I will take all of this and make it mine. You can grab different elements from it and include it in your own. I think that's fine. Even my shading is now changing a lot. At least finally I am getting used to the new ways to shade. Yeah. It's a journey, and it's okay to be patient with yourself. And it's okay if it changes 1,000 times. It's supposed to. It's art. It's not a block. It's not. You know, it's supposed to be free, and that comes with pros and cons. Anything else you want to say before we move to the next one?
Meow. Meow.
Okay. Next we have not Vtuber related, but are you killing BT because you're gay, or are you gay because you're killing BT? What? I was gay before I was killing BT, so gay, I guess. Next. I don't think you're.
So you're Caleb VT because you are gay.
I guess, yeah.
Being Caleb doesn't make you gay, but
No.
being gay makes you Caleb.
Yeah.
I
Like I
see.
say, you can be inspired by someone's style and be completely different from the object of inspiration at the same time. Yeah, I mean, I'm very inspired by K, but our styles are still very different, and I'm happy with it. Yeah, exactly. It's okay to be inspired. It's okay.
Why
it's a-
are you gay? I'm not gay.
Who says I'm
Who
gay?
says I'm gay?
Yeah. Next,
You
we
are
have,
gay.
I always like the idea of streaming and being a VTuber more of a hobby, but I'm very shy, and I usually I just give up a bit after starting anything that could help. Very shy, wants to start, but they give up whenever they do.
I have something to say, but it's. Do you want to start?
Oh, you have a strong opinion.
I want to be a professional swimmer, but I'm scared of water. You just told me that you don't like it. Why are you trying? No, really. Why are you trying to force yourself to do something you don't like or don't want to do?
That is a very good question.
But if you're dead set on it, exposure therapy. It works on almost anything. If it terrifies you and you're not good at it, keep doing it. Little over little over little over little, it will become routine. It will become familiarized to you, and it will become something that you may end up even enjoying. But I'm concerned because it sounds like you want to do something because you feel you have to, but you're not naturally inclined to it because you don't like it. I would say this. If you see somebody who's making content and they inspire you, you don't have to make the same kind of content as them. You can make your own content in a different way.
You can be inspired by them, but not have to do the same thing.
Exactly. I was inspired by YouTubers. Do you see pre-recorded shit coming from me? No. It's hard because I can't work on a schedule. If I do it live, it's a lot easier for me. Make it your own. Just because someone is out there doing something and you love watching them and you're inspired by them doesn't mean what you have to do has to be 100% just the same as them. And if you're naturally opposed to it and don't like it, I'm very sorry, you won't be consistent.
Yeah.
So do something that you like, that you love, and you're not afraid of. But if you're dead set on doing it, you can become unafraid of it by exposure therapy. That's what I say. That's my response.
You pretty much need to be determined. Like, if you really, really, really want to make it work, you need to. How do I say this? You need to. The first steps, as Tide is saying in chat, the first steps are the hardest. But to some degree, you need to enjoy it. To some degree, you need to be like, yeah, I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like, think about that. Put just the idea of your head. Would you be okay with feeling this way, with doing this again and again and again and again and again and again and again? Would you be okay with that? Does that idea make you happy? Does that idea make you excited? Because if not, maybe there's some introspection you need to do. And that's okay. Like, this is not the one and only option that you can do for the rest of your life. Bitch, I'm thinking of options. Like, I think it's okay to recognize that it's not something that you need to do for the rest of your life. It's not the only career path that's possible if you're a creative person. Like, I am personally thinking, like, hey, whenever this goes down, because it very likely could, the most likely thing that it could, what can I do after? And I'm like, oh, well, I want to do I want to be a professional artist. I want to keep applying to companies. I want to keep working with creators. Like, even when my era of being a VTuber is done, I'm okay with that. I have things I want to do that will fulfill me and make me happy. It's okay. And if yours comes more sooner than later, that's fine too. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing, kind of thing.
Here's a really good metric to use. If you have to force yourself through it, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Find
Yeah.
what does work for you. Find what makes you tick, because passion is very natural.
Yes.
And you will just light up like a fucking flame to what you are built to do. Find something that sets your soul on fire and you like doing, not something you have to fucking push yourself through just to do it.
Game groups can confirm. Shut up. But yeah, no, I agree with Felix. Like, if you don't like entertaining, why are you trying to be an entertainer? That's important. But yeah, we have that. Next up, we have before your first design of Caleb, what was the first idea, and did it have a different name? Yes, it did. I think I told this before, but by the time that the first ever, it was not even Caleb, it was a completely different character. So story time. You already know this, I think. I think I told you that I, like, when I was diagnosed with, at the time Asperger's, now it's just autism. When at the time that I got diagnosed, one of my main symptoms was that I was very hard at identifying my own emotions. Like, I only knew I feel good, I feel bad. My parents did not teach me anything else. So it was like, I at the time I was getting like very bad stress related headaches, and I still kind of do. And I didn't know how to word that to my therapist. I didn't know those emotions. So she was like, okay, you clearly, like, number one, we know that because you're having the headaches, we need to dissect more how you're feeling and what is causing this. So we are going to find a way that you can identify your emotions and make them more approachable. Because
real quick, you are perfect time. I have to go bathroom, so
okay.
You do the story time. I'll be right back.
I do story time. But as I was saying, I was having that issue, and she noticed that, yeah, piss fox. And she noticed that I was really into OCs. I really like drawing. I really like I had an entire idea for a comic at this point of my life. I was like, oh, I want to do this and that and this and that. And she was like, okay, so just being like, tell me emotion. Which emotion are you feeling? I'm like, I don't know. Like, just words, just feeling was not really clicking with my brain. So she was like, let's make each emotion a character so you can visually identify them and make it a concept that is more easily digestible for your brain. So I had a character that represented, that sounds oddly personal, it is oddly personal. Like, I had a character that was supposed to be sadness and trauma. I had another one that was supposed to be happiness and cheerfulness. I had another one that was supposed to be anger. I had another one that was supposed to be, and so on and so forth. And I had one character that represented lust. That character had the same hairstyle and horn shape as the first ever design of Caleb. And I used those characters for like a good chunk of time, and then when I got better at being like, oh, I can identify my emotions without having to be like, it's this OC right now. I stopped using them, and then I joined a Minecraft server where you needed to have a character, because, you know, it was supposed to be like kind of roleplay-y and stuff like that. And I'm like, fuck, I don't have any idea for a character. So I grabbed the elements of the design from Lust, and I turned that into a new character. That's basically the story, and that's why it was Lust inspired, like oriented from the very fucking beginning. So yeah, ta-da! Let me do chat. OC's mentioned, that sounds oddly personal. A character as an emotion, my ass would be Optimus, Raditz, Soundwave, and Bumblebee. That's actually a cool concept to cope with it. Yeah, no, and it generally helped me a lot. Like, I really recommend it. That explains my whole childhood, to be honest. I'll remember one OC that I made up when things were rough. Yeah, Minecraft roleplay, yeah. But that was the first ever design iteration of Caleb. It was the emotion of lust. And now he's a lust demon. Because of the horns. I'm like, man, they're already there. Why not, you know? OC's pug, indeed. Let me drink some water. Some water. Let me read it. Do you still have something with emotion OCs, maybe sketches? I do have sketches, but they're old. I do have sketches, but they're old as fuck. Miles now's imagining instead of a devil and angel on my shoulder, just Raditz and Megatron. You can absolutely do that, yeah. Like if it works, you go. If it works with you, go ahead. I'm in a similar situation. Should I try doing the OC thing? Did it help you with the situation? Yes. You wanna know why? Because it was so much easier to do vent drawings. It was so much easier to understand what emotion was acting up, and it needed to be out. It needed to have some sort of letdown. Like when I was feeling sad, I would draw the emotion that was supposed to represent sadness, like being sad. Because that's an incredibly good way to cope. Yes, please do it. I genuinely mean it's gonna change your life. At least to me, it really, really helped me whenever I did it. It really did. Aggressively screwing on a paper. Yeah, exactly. Wada. Now that I think about it, that could help me at times where I can't speak because of stress. Yeah. Yep. Again, a professional psychiatrist told me to do this. So yes, it is something that I recommend everyone should do, personally. But yeah, we're back. You just got in time. We finished just recently.
Meow.
Meow. But yeah, we have that. Let's move to the next one.
What's the next one?
How do I start or get into visual art? Ooh, I want to hear you.
Bitch, I don't draw.
Yeah, you do.
Not well.
Come on, you still have a voice.
I'm a little weirdo on the internet, and that's how I make money currently. And I do music on occasion. I would say the first step to actually doing something is to just do it.
Yep. Don't overcommit
Work on your
to a
social
beast. You can
networking.
do a lot of random sketches first. That's okay.
Just make content to begin with. Draw
no,
some
they're asking
shit.
visual
Learn to
art.
get better.
Oh, yeah,
Visual
yours-
art.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what they mean. So I
think
mean
they
draw
mean art
something.
and illustrations, drawing, shit like that.
Right. So draw something, get better at it, post your shit online, social network with other people around your
Ooh, you're
size,
complex.
share their stuff, they'll share your stuff, blah 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 blah. Work together with the overall community, support each other, yabbity yabbity.
You're getting
Once you're good
overwhelming.
enough,
Those are good steps, but that can be okay. Let's simplify a little bit.
do it more,
If
get
you-
better, practice.
And get better.
Yippee. I don't.
Okay, I go then. That was a mistake. So,
Wow.
if you're if you're just starting, don't feel forced to make an entire drawing, like an entire full body illustration with background and clothing and wrinkles and shades and light. And you can just draw an eye. You can just draw eyes, or draw wings, or draw hands. Like you can slowly make it more approachable to you. Something that you could do is like, I sometimes go on Pinterest and you can practice from there. Like you can grab a bunch of hand references that you really like and just try to copy that and try to understand how it works. Take it slow. Take it slow, pretty much. Not social network, grow, get better, do that.
I was detailing the whole roadmap.
I see. They
You
need step number
practice,
1.
You get better. You start posting your shit online. You find people that are around your same size. You network with them. You keep posting your shit. Eventually, something you'll do will get a little bit of attention. Do some more of that. Open commissions when you feel ready. Start cheap. Gain an audience. Yabbity yabbity yabbity.
Yabba
There you go. Profit. Become a multi-billionaire. Are you there yet?
No.
Okay, so he's a noob. Don't listen to him.
Excuse me.
Right. You don't know about me and my art because I'm actually Banksy, so don't talk to me.
Next. Let me just in case read. I also try making random lines. You'll be surprising how many things you can make. Yabba dabba doo, says Akihiko. There's also just art hobby versus art as a job. Yeah, decide what you want to do. It's okay to have it just as a hobby and just as an enjoyment. That's actually what it should start as. You should enjoy it before you try to get anything out of it. It's like Ratatouille. Everyone can cook. Everyone can draw. Yeah, exactly. All right, next we have, if you were given details about your viewers, would you know who is who? If so, can you tell who am I from the following? I love poor man's poison shulkers. Manuales. You're Manuales.
What?
They're asking, if you were given details about your viewers, would you know who is who? If so, Can you tell who am I from
know.
the following? I love poor man's poison and shulkers. That's Manuelis.
A thing that I didn't add in there is, should we remember viewers? Do you think it helps us to relate to them? Does relating to viewers help growth?
Yes.
Says Manuel.
Yes. Yes. Should we remember viewers? Yes, you should remember your viewers. More if you have a few, that's the best thing. Like you're like, oh, it's so horrible. You can make a personal connection with them. That's something that big streamers don't get to do anymore. And I think I remember watching a video of like Markiplier being sad because there's no way on earth he'll ever know every single fan of his, and he wants to. It's crucial. It's the blood of any streamer. Your connection with your viewers. It's the blood of any streamer. You take that away, the streamer's dead. How fast you guessed that was scary? Because I at least I make a conscious effort of try to know them and try to remember things about them, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've run long enough to remember. Yeah. I think it's just being treated as a human being, because that's what they are. We're people, we're human. I'm doing just my silly little job and people are showing up, so I'm like, oh, hi, hello, how you doing? How do you see it? They feel memorable? Yeah, exactly. Opix agrees. Yes, it is. You go. What do you think?
You said all the good things about it, and
Oh.
99% of it are good things. So I'm going to
Nice.
say the 1% that are the bad things.
Mm-hmm.
Don't become other people's doormats.
Yeah.
Just because they're in your community doesn't mean that they are entitled to your time. Here's what I mean. There become people that will come in and they will watch your stream, and then they're like, we're friends now, right?
Oh, God.
So I can message you on Discord and we're going to play games tomorrow. And it's like, no, I'm a real person. And I'm glad that you got to know me a little bit because you heard me talking for 5 hours. But I haven't heard you talking for 5 hours. You're a stranger to me. I don't know you. You're a stranger. You're scary. Why should I be entitled to give
Not
you
a
my
fucking
time?
chance. Nah.
Right. I'm still a person with my own boundaries. And I personally know that a good friendship, takes time and connection to actually become something, meaningful and worthwhile. I don't have time and connection to give to new people. I'm working
Right.
myself raw.
Right.
So it's like, get to know your viewers, build a relationship with them, but also be realistic about it and make sure that it's a content creator and community kind of relationship that can develop into friends. We developed
Yeah.
into friends.
Literally.
But it takes time. It takes connection, and it's going to take months or years, just like normal friendships are. And if you see a streamer that you like, don't automatically go in there saying, I'm going to become this person's friend, because that's a little parasocial and creepy. Like, you can try, but if they don't want that, always respect them, because at the end of the day, they're a real person. And there's this kind of like, you get to know a lot about them because they will share stuff about themselves, a lot about themselves, without meaning to. Because if you
Yep.
watch their content consistently, you'll get to know the kind
Nicola.
of foods they like. You'll get to know their sleep schedule. You'll get to know a lot about them. And
What
the brain
games
will
they
kind of
play,
be
what
tricked.
things they like, what humor.
Right. Your brain will kind of be tricked into the sense of intimacy when, in reality, have you ever had a one-on-one conversation?
Yeah.
You may know a lot about them, but they don't know anything about you. And so you're new, foreign, and kind of scary.
You gonna make your effort. You're doing great.
So, I will just say a word of caution. As a content creator, get to know your community and your chat. Making people feel seen and remembered really helps with engagement and makes them feel valued. But at the same time, as a community member, remember that your streamer is a real person too. And they might be shy. Because let's think about this. Are they streaming on Twitch? Or are they on a real stage in front of real people? That was a choice. Why do you think they chose Twitch? For some people, it's more accessible, but for some people, they're shy. I will never talk to somebody
Slowly
in real
raises
life
my
if
hand.
I don't have to. I don't ever talk to anybody in real life if I don't have to, because I have social anxiety. It doesn't show, and it's probably weird to hear because I'm really good at masking it, but yeah, I would just say just keep in mind that content creators are people too, and their consent and their boundaries are important. And just because you watch their content doesn't mean a guaranteed friendship. there's been this trend of people, you'll see it all over VTuber Twitter. You're a small content creator, therefore you're more accessible and you'll actually read my chats. Therefore, I have a chance of being a friend with you, so I'll harass you with my time and attention in exchange for a friendship. And then when we realize we're not actually friends, I'm going to get mad at you and call you toxic. Don't do that, please. Don't do that.
I have things I want to say.
You go.
I think something that Opex said, let me read chat a little bit so we don't ignore them too much. I don't feel like Felix be a close man of mine because I bought them a game. If that were to happen, I would be happy to be a friend, but like I want to try to, I would want to do that if actually talking to them. Like it's okay to appreciate a person from a distance. And also something like, I have two things I want to say. Number one, some people come too forward because they feel like they know the streamer. It's like, oh, I know you. And then it's like, oh my god, when are we talking? When are we streaming together? When are we collabing? Because you feel connected to them. They don't know you! It's like, imagine this random person starts talking to you like they've known you all your life and you maybe read their name once or twice in chat. Like, it's like, you know, like you're set back by that. That's something very important to know. And another one, it's understanding the limitations of a person. Because you're one viewer out of maybe 30, 40, 50, 70, 100, depends on the streamer. But it's sometimes because people feel like, oh, we're friends, they build the expectation of you're gonna make time for me, right? And that, I say it from experience, that is very often not the case. That they give you the time they can, and they already, like, they have friendships, they have work, they have hobbies, they have games they already play. They're not gonna be able to give time to give time to everyone, and sometimes that includes you. Like I vividly remember being with people that are like, we're on good terms and I appreciate you and you're great, but I can't give you my time as much as you would like me to. And that's something that hurts, but happens. It happens a lot. The more people you know, like we only have so many hours of the day. And imagine like, oh, you can just spend one day, like 1 hour with like every single person. Okay, but then those bonds don't really become profound. And maybe that's not what that person wants. There's so many things that can go into it. But that's something that at least I wanted to say out loud. Like, hey, they don't hate you. They're just one person. And a lot of others want their attention.
Right.
Like,
I'm a lot smaller than Caleb in terms of numbers and content creation, right? But still, every time I go live, my streams get hundreds of views. Like, I think the lowest viewed stream I had in the last month or two had like 187, 190.
That's people that pass by. Yeah.
Unique viewers.
Yeah.
You take anyone on Earth, and they work a full-time job, and they get off of work and they come home, and you say, hey, there's 187 unique people outside of your door. They all want to talk to you personally. Is anybody going to have the time or energy for that? Even if they want to. The problem with being a content creator is there's too many people for you to manage. You can't have a personal relationship with all of them. So if somebody doesn't form a personal relationship with you, that 99% of the time is not about you.
No.
It's on 100% about them, and they just don't have the time and energy for you, even if you're the best person in the world, right? And that's me, my small ass. Like, imagine these people that get hundreds and thousands of viewers. They don't have time for all of those thousands of people. Right?
Yeah, no.
It's like, I promise you, it's not about you. If you're still allowed in the chat and you haven't been banned, then you are perfectly fine and acceptable in the community. Like, there's clear boundaries, and you would have gotten kicked out if there was a problem.
Right.
So if you're not kicked out of the community, it's not about you. It's about them.
Exactly.
When it comes down to content creators and friends. Literally, though.
I agree with you, and like, it's being okay with the realization of it's likely things won't move very much, like, any more forward than this. I mean, like, I'm okay with being at this distance because I get to be somewhat close, but not as much as I wish to. It's just being okay with that. Sometimes maybe things will change, but it's not for certain. And accepting reality as it is very important, I think. Personally.
Yeah.
We have that. Next, we have... This is not content related. This says, kinkiest things you guys have done together or not. Let me read chat first.
Together?
From the viewer's side, don't support people for the sake of expecting you'll get special treatment. That's unrealistic. Thank you, died. Yes, I agree. It's a fiery explosion. Yeah, no, indeed. Okay, yeah, you go.
For context, we're friends with benefits, so
Yeah.
he may or may not have edged me for an hour, then I couldn't walk for another hour. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Anyways,
I forgot to lock the window. Lama. Proof indeed.
proof needed.
Proof
There
needed.
was proof. There was proof.
was.
There were multiple videos uploaded at that time period.
Videos and most audios are on my Patreon.
Not videos. If it's like videos, then it would be on mine. My alternate Twitter that doesn't exist.
Only an hour? Oh no, there were multiple that are 30 to 40 minutes. I had to cut them down.
Aren't you
to 6
visiting
to
the States in
15.
August asking
Yeah,
for a
I
friend?
am. Yeah, I am.
Interesting. Interesting.
A single month too late. Hey, yo, audio on your Patreon. Bitch, if you want to hear me and this person like this, there's recordings. There's recordings.
Oh my god.
There's 30 to 40 to 15-minute recordings.
Right. Right.
Anyways, next question.
Next question.
Oh, Lamau. We have hi. I've been watching from the shadows for a bit, and I was wondering if either or both of you would be opening to collab with smaller VTubers if asked. Thank you, and sorry for bothering. You go.
Me?
Yeah.
I haven't organized a collab with somebody new in about 2 years.
What?
When I'm on other people's streams, it's because I know them first. So in my opinion, I don't really care if you've got 1 follower or 1 billion. I'm probably not going to be working with you if I don't know you first.
Same.
Things will probably change when I have a model and I'm trying to market myself more. But for me, my metric is people that I already know and people that I already vibe with. Because like me and him, we've known each other for years. The blue
Literally.
bitch over there in the left corner. So we know how each other work. We know how we
Yeah.
talk to each other. We have a good vibe and we can understand each other. Imagine if we didn't know each other. Hi.
Hi, we're
Nice to meet
answering
you.
some questions here.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah, no,
tell me
sorry,
about
you
you.
go. No,
What's your
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
color?
No, yeah. Like, you want to be awkward, man.
I want to build a relationship
other
with
inside
somebody
and out?
offline first.
Yeah.
Know each other inside and out? I mean, listen, not everybody I collab with or have things with are my friends with benefits, okay? At least 2 of them are, but not everyone. Jesus, I'm not a whore. What am I saying? I make NSW content for money. I guess I am a whore. I'm a professional.
We're doing good.
Blech.
We're responding to questions. Beautiful wink, Kaden. Thank you. No, yeah, I sit in a better position than you. That is like, I'm not going to be streaming with anyone that is not friends with me already, simply because it's, if you are so obsessed with getting to collab with me before you get to know me, what is your priorities? Like, you know, like you like maybe it's a viewer turned into, you know, streamer that wants to collab, but at the same time, I still don't know you. And I don't know, like, look at it from my perspective. You could just say a slur randomly in the middle. You can start insulting me in the middle of it. You could ignore me. You could just kick me out of the call and now it looks weird. Like, I don't know how you will behave if I don't know
Exactly.
you. And I have sadly done this before and I don't want to do it ever again.
Yeah.
Being pushed into a stream with a person that you don't know and just being like, I'm just gonna try to pretend and behave and try to be okay. It's just too awkward. It's just too awkward. I made it like to myself. I'm like, nah, yeah, I'm only going to be collabing with people that I know, people that are chill, people that click well with your audience, because sometimes you can be friends with people that are amazing. I can think of one person right now on the top of my head, an IRL friend that I love her to bits. She would suck on a stream.
Right.
She would suck. She's not an entertainer, and that's okay. I still have a lot of fucking fun with her. I have a lot of fun with her, and she's great, and I adore her. I would never drag her to stream. So it's not only people that you know and you're friends with, it's also people that are good in front of an audience and know what to behave and what not to do and what to do and your humors click and blah 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 blah.
I also want to talk about the VTuber community as a whole.
Oh, I want to hear this.
I love the VTuber community because it inspires creativity. But I hate the VTuber community because it is so hard to be held accountable.
What do you mean?
There's like a new person getting canceled every week because, so-and-so content creator was found out to be this terrible person or did something absolutely fucking awful. And then they just delete all their accounts and then they can start over with a new face, new design, new name. Nobody would know if they're not big enough. Right. There are... I will not name names, but there are big content creators, medium-sized content creators. A lot of you know this person, and I won't say who, that go on their alt account with thousands of followers and say, just had a collab with somebody. Their community was terrible. Fucking hell. I hate them so much. Like 1 hour after they went live. There are so many snakes in this community. I refuse to collab with somebody unless I know them personally or I have a really good friend that will vouch for them. Because if I got off of a collab with somebody and I found out they're talking shit about me and my community, I would need to take 2 days off, or I would say something I would regret on Twitter. I would be so fucking mad. Justifiably so. A lot of these bitches ain't shit. So, no. It's too much of a liability. I'm not going to have somebody on my page, on my channel, that I don't know personally. Just to protect myself and my own community. Because protecting myself is one thing, but if somebody comes from my community, hell no. So, that's just kind of why I protect myself in my own community. I would rather know somebody or have someone I really know and trust say, this is a good person, they're fine. So if I don't know you, no chance. I don't care if you have 1 follower or a billion. There's a lot of people that are just not worth my time.
Pretty much. I do think that it's very... The VTuber community sadly breeds sometimes a very toxic environment socially, and you need to be pretty much walking on ice with some people because you're like, oh, you may talk shit to me, to a lot of people, like about me to a lot of people. You may send your fans to hate me and harass me, or, you know, like, it's a mess. The more involved you get socially, it becomes more and more of a mess, sadly. You need to be very smart with who you hang out with. That is definitely something that I agree with.
Is it Queso? Queso's not a VTuber! What?
No! We have Sire say, in my opinion, too, VTuber community is very horny, which is great for the folks who want attention. But if they want that form of attention, it is making someone into an object, even more so than usual, feels gross. Some people have different boundaries, and definitely, like, specifically the indie VTuber sphere, it's a lot more horny than the corpo VTuber sphere, because, you know, there's entire company and policies and be clean, squeaky, safe for work. But horny is a way that a lot of people get attention, and I doubt that's gonna change anytime soon, because, not gonna lie, sex sells, and I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. Like, look at the history, man. Prostitutes were a thing for thousands of years.
I want to make a point on that. That's a really good point. There's a friend I had in college. Her name was Caroline, not her real name. She was like completely sex repulsed and completely asexual, and we got along so well. I respected her boundaries. She respected mine. I'm a horny fucking bastard.
Yeah, you are.
That was not difficult at all. You want to know why? We knew each other. And I knew what not to say around her. And whenever I slipped up, I would apologize. We just move on. She respected my horniness. I respected her lack of. Very easy. With content creators, if the first time we're having a real conversation is live on Twitch, that's not good.
No, it's
because
not.
They may disrespect my boundaries and I may disrespect theirs without realizing, and we could make each other extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We don't really know each other, and that's the problem. And in front of tens, hundreds, even thousands of people is not when you want to be testing your boundaries. Because that's just a hot mess. It's a terrible thing.
Also, sorry, you finish your point?
You go.
Also, I want to add that certain VTubers enable severely polyamorous relationships that take that take it too far, causing other creators to have to deal with it. Polyamorous.
I think you mean
relationships.
parasocial.
Ah, yeah, I was like
Polyamorous just means poly means having a lot of partners at the same time, more than one. Parasocial means it's like a fake relationship with
yeah, no, you control how wild your audience gets, and it's absolutely up
Yes.
to you to mark those boundaries. If once it like, good hint, if someone's community is wild or aggressive or very horny or knows no boundaries, be careful with that screamer. Be careful with that streamer, because they either encourage that behavior or don't mark boundaries.
They prey on your emotions.
Yeah, it's you I do think chat like streamer is definitely something real. And if a chat is very chill and very nice and very welcoming, that's a very good green flag for that streamer, because they're cultivating that kind of environment. If it's aggressive and toxic and bad, be careful, just in case. I'm not judging. I'm not saying the streamer's a piece of shit, because you don't know for sure. But I would say be more careful whenever things like that happen.
Right. Right. Because like there are people like, as someone who is a professional slut and as someone who is a professional flirt, I believe I do so in a responsible way, because I've been approached multiple times by people who actually wanted something real. And then I told them very explicitly, I don't have time for a relationship right now. I'm very sorry.
Oh, you've told me.
I'm flattered by your interest. Just saying this in general.
no,
I'm flattered by your interest, but I don't have time. A good relationship takes time. And there's people that will handle that live by going, "Oh, are you interested in me? I hope you don't dream of me tonight. I hope to see you tomorrow." And they say that to everybody just to drum up interest. And that's irresponsible. And that's emotionally abusive and manipulative, and that's not what you do. You can flirt with your chat. You can be sexual with your chat, even if as long as it's consensual. But
Right.
you respect them as a fucking person. And
Yes.
if they want to be real with you, you gotta be real back and say, "I'm sorry, I don't have time for something real." We can flirt and we can keep it fun, but are you actually gonna come fuck me? No, I don't think so, because I don't have the time. I don't know you. And there's people that don't ever draw that line. And so they encourage people and make them feel led on. And then they will eventually develop resentment for their creator, rightfully so. And then it just becomes a whole mess on Twitter. If nobody draws the boundaries and they encourage your advancements that are unrealistic, be very careful of them, because they don't have your best interest in heart. They just want to keep you around for the views, and they don't actually give a shit about you as a person. And I hate content creators like that. So anyways, for those of you who were asking previously why I don't do a lot of collabs on my NSFW,
That's why.
did I answer your question?
That's why.
Anyways.
I also want to say a very good something. Someone mentioned something very good, actually, that there are some people, even those type of communities, if they act too nice to the VTuber, they go crazy. I've seen communities that are like so, how do I say this? There are some, I'm not naming anyone. There are some creators that get coddled too much by their audience, to the point that they're never held accountable for anything. Like, it's like,
Right.
oh, you said this one thing that hurts people. Oh, but you know, like they said sorry, so it's okay. Like, it's like, you're not even the person that was targeted, or the group that was targeted. Like, what the fuck you're talking about? Or, again, they can get away with saying or doing anything because it's my precious Oshi and nothing they do is wrong. Like, bitch, if I commit a mistake, hold me accountable. Hold me accountable. Don't be like, oh, but he's gonna get to tell me, because I want to grow. Like, I feel like me and Felix are on the same page here. That is like, I want to grow as a person. I want to be a good content creator. And if I'm doing things wrong or I hurt someone on accident, I want to correct myself. That is very fucking important. And I think it has happened on stream multiple times that I accidentally said something that I'm like, oh, that's a bad word. Oh, that's offensive. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll fix it. And that's it. That's fucking it. You just say sorry, correct your behavior, and you're done. It's so easy. Like, yes.
Yeah. See,
Sorry,
the difference is,
you
like,
see dramas happen for
Yes.
nothing moments that would have been fixed in 2 seconds.
right. See, like, the difference is you're not a native English speaker. You speak it brilliantly, but it's like your second language.
There's a lot of
There's
things
been
that I don't
times
know.
you've
Yeah.
There's been a few times you've said slurs without realizing it, and I said, "Oh, bestie, don't say that. That's a slur." And you're like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then you don't say it anymore.
Yeah.
And then there's people who are native English speakers who will say the N-word multiple times, who shouldn't be saying the N-word, and they keep getting called out for it, and then people keep defending it. It's a repeated behavior. They
I don't
should
wanna
know
s-
better, and nothing has changed.
I don't want to be a bitch.
They
but
shouldn't
pretty
be
girls get away
coddled
with
for
it.
that.
Yeah.
What?
A lot of pretty girl VTubers get away with shit like that.
Right.
Simply because simp.
Yes.
Simply because simp.
just because you like someone doesn't mean that they can't make mistakes and you shouldn't hold them accountable for that. I hate that. Like if they make a mistake once, they apologize for it and then it never happens again. Oh,
Boom.
whoopee-doo. They're human. They make mistakes. They fucked up. They learned and they got better. Yahoo.
Look
But
at
if
the
it keeps
sisters
happening,
knowingly. Yeah.
if it keeps happening, they don't honestly care and they don't give a fuck. And that apology was performative. That's how I see it.
Carlos is saying, I had to cut off friends with people for doing that shit. I hate anyone that does that shit. Reeks of immaturity. It is immature. It is
Very.
It is immature. It is inconsiderate. It is inhumane. It is like, I could. It really tells you a lot about a person and how much sometimes they just don't think about the other person and purely care about their own, like self-interest and self-benefit. So it's like, okay. The shout out. Sorry, it's just a topic that double on the slurs part. I've been called out for accidentally saying slurs before too, but I correct myself and learn. Yeah, no, exactly. Again, oh no, this thing that I'm doing hurts you. I didn't know. Ignorance is if you recognize, oh, I was ignorant. I'm sorry. I was not doing this out of malice. I'll stop. And you stop? Why is that rare? Why is correct behavior rare? Like, bro.
See, the thing is, it's not as rare as you think it is. You just don't hear about it because people don't get upset. If you
Right,
actually make a mistake,
right.
apologize, and then it doesn't happen again because you learned, people don't care. You won't show up on a Twitter feed.
Exactly.
Because
I guess
you're
a
a
lot of
genuinely
people-
good person who just made a mistake, learned, and then doesn't happen again.
Right. Like, I wonder if there are some people listening to this that like where he said slurs. I'm like, yeah, accidentally. I had no idea. I fixed it, and that's it. Mark is saying, I knew a motherfucker that said the N-word, and I corrected it saying it doesn't affect you, so why do you care?
Ugh.
Bro.
Ugh.
I mess sometimes with pronouns, says BD. I mess sometimes with pronouns even with cis people while speaking in English because it's not my first language and I feel so bad when it happens. No, bestie, I feel you. Like, you wanna know something funny? When I was getting to know Felix was one of the few. You were the first, like, how do I say this? Okay. So there's non-binary people. Sometimes they're AFAB, sometimes they're AMAB.
Right.
It can happen both ways. Felix was the first AMAB, so for those who don't know what it stands for, assigned male at birth. They were the first assigned male at birth non-binary person that I have ever met. So it was here. I'm hearing this deep voice that goes for they, them. I vividly remember mentally like checking, like having this idea in my head, they, them, say they, them.
Oh.
Like whenever I was talking to you in call, being like, they, them, until I got used to it. And now it says, oh yeah, that, like, now it's second nature. Now I don't need to think about it. But it's not that difficult to make an effort to not hurt someone. It's not that hard. It's okay to make that effort. It shows you care. Okay.
Yeah.
The astral realm was saying that happens to me too. I've misgendered people by accident so many times. I've been myself. Sometimes myself sob. Mine is mostly because I'm dumb. I still correct myself immediately. Yeah, no, same. Death says, yeah, I know I mispronounce all the time and I feel so guilty each time. And worry I'm gonna get in trouble after correcting myself. If you correct yourself, I think it shows that you care. Like, it's a process of a few months, I would say. Depends on how willing you are. Some people it takes longer. Thank you. I'm trying my best. I hate hurting people if it's by accident. Yeah, no, I understand. I hate those kind of people. Also, considering the same kind of person was a heavily toxic and homophobic friend. Ew. Actually, I want to ask you a question. Does it hurt the same when someone misgenders you and doesn't correct it, or someone who misgenders you and genuinely did it by accident? Like, does it feel different? Does it hurt
Someone
the same?
misgenders me.
Yeah.
If someone misgenders me and they don't correct themselves, it's gotten to the point where it doesn't hurt me anymore. But I will just think, oh, okay, they don't know me. And that's just how I justify it in my head. They don't know me. It's funny because I'll never be able to get close to these people. And sometimes they're like, whoa, why aren't we getting close? I'm like, oh, well, you don't know me. You don't know the first basic thing about me. Like, we don't know each other.
Mhm.
So if it's intentional, if someone's been corrected multiple times and then
Right.
they keep making the same mistake without correcting themselves, it will start to come off the wrong way.
Like, oh, you
Um,
don't see me as gotcha.
You don't see me as how I am. I'm just something that exists in your head as how you want me to be versus how I actually am.
Right.
That's still worlds different than people that are intentionally being assholes. Like, oh, you were born a man. You're going to always be a man. Jesus hates you. Yeah, sure. We didn't read the same Bible, I guess. But I don't know. It doesn't really bother me anymore. I'm just like, oh, okay, they don't know me. Most, like 99% of people are going to misgender me in public because they don't fucking know me. I don't care. I don't want them to know me
Right.
because there
Okay.
are security concerns.
Right.
But I don't know. At the same time, if you know me for months and you've seen my content and I have they, them in my title and I have a bot that corrects your pronoun thingies every 5 minutes and you still misgender me, I'm like, okay, well, you must be a casual viewer who doesn't know me very well.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
I still really like the fact that like you and me have gathered a very similar, or it's kind of the same. We've gathered a very similar community that is like very defensive now with that. Like they, like,
Yeah.
I love whenever I see it in chat. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get him.
I don't make the time to correct people because most people don't take it the right way. Sometimes people will get defensive, sometimes people will get sad, sometimes people will panic. So I don't make the time. Why should I make the time to correct somebody else's mistake?
Right.
There's enough evidence that if they actually gave a shit, they would be able to see.
Mm-hmm.
So if they didn't give a shit to begin with, they probably won't give a shit even if I correct them.
We have a few things. So you're saying main English. I'm native English and trans, but my stupid butt sometimes slips up too. It happens. It happens. You messed
Mistakes
up. All
happen.
you gotta go is whoops, my bad, not intentional. Be nice to yourself when you make mistakes. It's not gonna help if you beat yourself down over these things. Also, I'm like
Right,
saying,
like-
same. Oh, sorry, you go. There's a lot of text. I'm trying to catch up with them.
I was just going to say, I don't even expect or even want an apology if you mess up pronouns. Like when I mess up other people's pronouns, like I'll just fix it and move on. Most people don't want a whole show. That just makes it more awkward.
Right.
It's like,
Like,
oh,
I'm
he said
sorry.
this.
I'm sorry. Like, my bad.
Like the other
That's
day,
it.
like I didn't know Hades' pronouns, and I said, "What are your pronouns? Are they he, him?" And then I read their comment, blah 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 blah, and then he's like, "Oh no, it's she, they." And I was like, "Oh okay, so she, blah 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 blah."
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Just simply fixing it and then moving on shows that you respect it and you're not going to make a big deal about it. Most
Right.
people want that response because
Absol.
I'm so sorry, It's just like, oh my god, just shut up. It's fine. It's a minor thing. No one really gives a fuck as long as it's not a big deal.
Okay, we have a lot of text to catch up on. Mlega is saying, same, I
We-
learned to say, yes, we. Mlega says, same, I learned to say they, them after joining the community
No.
because I respect sweeties here. Yay!
I was going to say we should probably read a few more comments, but then we should probably move on to the next question because we haven't been answering questions.
Okay. I take fearless pronouns before I ever watch their stream because I appreciate respecting folks on their pronouns. Personally, I don't mind it. I had a recent change in pronouns, and quite often people don't notice. People mistaking them. I can't blame them though. People saying when I misgender you, when I misgender you, even if it's in my head, it's because I am a dumb stupidity and I feel bad about it for like an hour after. Says definitely not a psychopath. Morg says, I feel it's like a silent rule not to vibe with creators that don't even ask about pronouns, and it feels like the internet is divided by people who care and people who don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. We have I still say he for bus on accident sometimes, even though I know better, mostly when I'm distracted or not thinking. Gotcha. Yeah, no, it takes some time to get adjusted, but like the point is that you're trying. I think that's the most important bit. We have Death saying, I barely know anyone, but the puppy inside of me wants to make all the friends I can, including you guys. I'm always so damn happy when I see you in VC because it means I can learn more about you and possibly be friends with you guys. I actually feel like I belong here and I don't want to mess that up. Aw, cute cutie. I'm very happy that you feel that you belong. Don't feel like this place is here to vibe. As long as when you make mistakes, because it will happen no matter what you want to do. As long as when you make mistakes, you are okay to correct them and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll fix it. That's all you need. That's all you need. I think that's the most important bit. Also, hello, Mother V3. Hello, hello, hello. We have Mleko saying, you know what helped me a lot with the date them thing? When you
God.
call them Fifi and gay is lesbian. No, I can't even think about him when it comes to Fifi, only they them. Think about Felix as a lesbian. It'll
I'm not a lesbian. I'm not a lesbian. I'm not a lesbian. You want to know what it is? This motherfucker sees cleanliness and organization as a feminine trait. So he's like, you're such a lesbian. And I'm like, I just keep a clean apartment and I have organization.
No,
what the
it's
fuck?
not just that. It's not like something about your vibe when you go outside, the way you dress as well. You're so lesbian.
It's not an insult. There's nothing wrong with lesbians, but I simply am not one.
We have Punning saying, I remember when my partner came out of non-binary, I had a hard time remembering their pronouns. Now it comes to completely natural to me, but they always joke about it every chance they get. Oh no! It's a change to adjust for sure. I can't believe Pops is lesbian. You guys, I'm a fucking god.
Shut the fuck up, Morg.
All right, next question.
Next question.
What do you do when you can't do? What do you do when you can't do nothing, but there's nothing you can do? I wash dishes. I go on walks. I cook food. Whenever I feel like I want to do things, but there's nothing to do, or like I want to do things, but I don't want to work, I just work on my environment. I know that's not what the question meant, but like I think it's a good opportunity to say stuff like that. I should go on more walks. They're generally good for you, like mentally. It helps reset you sometimes when you're like too stuck inside your head. That helps me a lot. Sleep. So I need to do a piece of fan art with Felix with the they them lesbian. You need a shirt that says they them lesbian.
Felix the Little. Oh my god. I could add that to my merch store, but I don't want to. That's probably not a good idea.
I'm a big sleeper, free time, nappy time. Ah, that's so cute. But that's what I do. I vividly remember when I'm like, I want to do something, but I don't want to look at the computer. Cooking! And I just start cooking a lot of food that lasts me a good chunk of days. So it's like, hey, I get to be productive and I get to do stuff.
Something productive or something to take care of yourself or your space or something restful is probably the best thing.
Yeah.
For me, if I have the desire to do something, but there's nothing I can do, that usually indicates some sort of trauma response. Because it's different for everyone. You could just be bored and have nothing to do. But for me, the desire to do something, but I can't do something because I'm just kind of sitting there and I don't want to get up and do anything, that to me screams that I'm stuck and I'm having a trauma response. So I had to take the time to calm my body, get myself out of fight or flight mode. I'm glad you find that fucking funny, Caleb. Over here fucking laughing. Fucking bitch. Jesus. I know you're reading the chat, but what the hell? Cunt. Oh my god. Take some time and check inwards and see what you need. You might need to calm your body. You might need to take a nap. You might need to work on your space. You might need to do some dishes. I don't know. Do what you need to do. That's what I would say. Sorry, I'm enabling Caleb right now. I'm canceling Sire VT on Twitter.com as we speak for being a Caleb enabler. Jesus Christ. Caleb has water in his brain.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's like smooth brain and water. You just sloosh, 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 sloosh. That's all that's up there right now. It's like a little marble in a ball. Just like
No,
sloosh,
it
sloosh,
should.
sloosh.
No, it's not.
Caleb
Okay.
got chicken bones in the brain.
No, I don't. I've been eating beef actually.
Wow.
All right, next. Every time I get home from work, I lay in bed instead of streaming because I'm so tired. How do you combat this? I don't.
You,
I don't, so I can't say anything. like, okay, I am not someone who has a regular work schedule. I am someone who I work purely off of freelance, and ever since I moved out of my parents' house, I've existed thanks to freelance. So it's like I make my own hours. I decide how much I work and when I work. So my streaming schedule is absolutely fluid. I can stream whenever and however I want, and for how long I want. So I really can't say much to this because it really does not affect me at all. You go.
You're going to have to make some changes. You can't make content without energy. If you can't have the energy to make content because of your work, it's a hard decision, but you'll have to actually think, is it that important to you? You may need to make some life changes. You may need to get a new job. You may need to change things around. And for most people, that's not really easy and that's not really possible.
A lot of friends that I know that work a full-time job and want to stream are just waiting to move it for later in life, simply because right now they don't have the time and they need to prioritize their own well-being and, economical stability and also sanity.
I could not create content with a regular full-time job. I remember that. And I quit my job because of that. And I make more money per hour doing deliveries, so it was worth it for me. But doing deliveries for DoorDash or Uber Eats, I could make my own schedule. Everyone's life is different. Without knowing you or your life, I can't give you direct advice. But I would say, if there's two things and you can't fit them both on your plate, one of them is going to have to go. So you have to weigh your options.
Or severely change.
Or severely change. Are you going to sacrifice the content creation for now and just try to pick it up in a few years when you have time and energy, slowly building so you're ready to launch when that happens? Or are you going to change the form of income so you have more time and energy? That really depends. But if you can't do two things at the same time, I would weigh each, figure out what's more important, and then try to experiment with them. Figure out how to make them work.
Also, there's different ways to do content. Some people really want to do just content in general. Well, you can do pre-recorded content. That takes time. That means so you don't have to be like, oh, I have to have 4 hours of energy. You can distribute them 10 minutes a day and just post one video a week. That's still a consistent posting schedule. You don't have to do streaming. Sometimes streaming is just not for you. Sometimes you make short form content, or like me, you make art. Or some people make very long videos that takes months to make, like video essays. They're good. People like them. But there's more varieties. There's more options than you think.
You have a sit straight redeem. No more shrimping.
You go. I love video essays. Me too.
I'll say something bold, and it's not always the case, but for most cases it's true. You can't create content without energy.
Yeah.
So I would say prioritize your physical health and mental health. Figure out how to get a good sleep schedule going. Figure out how to get a good eating schedule going.
Yeah.
Drink enough water. Look into a safe way to get some extra energy.
Yeah.
Is caffeine good for you? Are energy drinks okay in moderation? Things like that. Don't overdo it. Don't drink more than one energy drink a day. You will give yourself a heart attack. Don't fucking play with that. I am young. I am healthy. I used to pound 2 or 3 of those a day. I started getting heart palpitations. Don't fuck with that. Don't force yourself to do something that your body can't do. Learn how to take care of your body. Start there. And then try to rearrange your life so that you have the time. Because content creation is a very high work hobby.
It's
even
not
if it's just a
streaming.
hobby.
It's not just
You have
streaming.
to do so much just to get started. So make sure you have the energy, because if you don't have the energy and you just try to push yourself through that, that will lead to resentment and burnout, and you just can't keep up with that. It's not realistic. Try to find a way to take care of yourself so you have the energy you need to make some life changements, some schedule adjustments if possible, or just maybe take the dream and put it on a shelf. Don't throw it away, but keep it for a time in your life, maybe in a year or 2 or 5, where you can bring it back down and then keep going.
Yeah, you can also be a video editor. You can do a lot of different things with it. But I do agree with you. And again, a lot of people don't realize the amount of work that comes with being a content creator and specifically a streamer, because you're not only active and talkative and thinking, you know, like being a very active human being for a few hours, you're also planning what you're doing. You're also posting a schedule. You're also having an active Discord community. You're also responding to your Discord DMs. You're also responding to your Twitter DMs. You're also responding to your email. You're also posting on TikTok. You're also posting on YouTube. You're also posting on your your Twitter, maybe some art pieces. But also you need to post some YouTube videos. But also you need to network. But also you need to, like, it's a lot, bestie. It's not just, oh, I stream. It's an entire job with different sets of skills with for everything. Everything.
We both struggle with that, even though we do it full time.
Yep. Like, it's not something like, oh, I just got good and now things are easy. No, we still struggle every day to get shit done.
It's hard work.
It is. And I still have to take care of my body because I have a disease and I will not disclose for time purposes. Yeah, no, you're good. Like, I have 1 or 2 energy drinks a week, only when I forgot take a nap before stream. Yeah, I think that's okay. Mork says, yeah, content creation is great if you're the kind of person with a shitload of free time and no dependence. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, content creation will not give you money immediately, will not give you back immediately, will not give you fame, will not give, like, immediately, no. You need to grind this shit. And not just grind it, you need to constantly get better and improve. If your shit is not improving, you're not going anywhere, because the industry standards are constantly rising. Constantly. Exactly. So you need more and more to stand out. So it's like, not only you need to learn how to do all of these things, but you need to learn how to do all of them better. God. It's a lot. It takes a few years if you're lucky. Yeah, no, like, bestie, I've gotten to the level of success that I am, and I entered this community in 2021. It's been 3 years. God, that's so awful. I know you for 2 years.
More than 2 years.
What do you mean more?
You drew me fan art in January of 22.
A bit more.
That's how.
A bit more than 2 years.
That's when we met, by the way. He was one of my OG simps. Haha.
Chief is saying, I feel like even if I wanted to become a VTuber or streamer or something, it wouldn't work because I'd be tired every stream because I don't sleep. Yeah, no. You need to have the energy. You need to have the time. You need to be willing to do the sacrifice.
You can't make content on an unrealistic schedule.
Yeah.
Listen, your dream is not unrealistic. Learn how to make it a realistic possibility in your life, though. You can't be completely unprepared and your body is running on empty and then make a fucking professional level stream. It's just not going to happen. You're not magic. You're a creature that needs food and rest and energy. I said that.
We are hearing, I'm constantly afraid of not being enough as a streamer. I'm always tired, says VD. What do you think?
The most important thing about being a content creator when it comes to engaging with your audience and getting a new audience is consistency. That could be streaming every single day. That could be streaming once a week. That's not a good idea. No, listen to me. It could be streaming every day. It could be streaming once a week.
Yes.
The point of that statement is it could be very often. It could be very not often. If you have to, I would say scale it way back so that your consistency is something you can keep up with.
Yes.
So you can have energy.
Do not overcommit.
Right. That could be 2-hour stream every single day at a certain time. If you can keep up with that, that could be a 4 or 5 hour stream once a week. If it's every Saturday at the same time, people know where to find you and expect you. You have all week to prepare for that stream, think of new ideas and content, and get some rest the day before so you have lots of energy for that. Make your consistent schedule something you can keep up with and something that you can approach with a lot of energy. Because otherwise you'll be giving people low energy dead streams, and no one wants to see the streamer equivalent of a car running on empty with no gas, just blip, 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 struggling down the road. It's not entertaining, and it's not good for you either. You'll get burnt out.
We have that. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say before the next one?
I think I'm ready.
Okay. We have how do you check analytics and put that together and know what to focus on for Felix?
for me.
It says Felix in the end in parentheses. Also, hello,
Interesting.
welcome to the new person, Rico.
How do you check analytics and put that together and know what to focus on?
Oh, you're actually good at that.
I'll say my own perspective and what I do, the specifics, and then I'll go zoom out and do it in general. So there's a website. It's called Twitch Tracker. Let me remind myself what it is.
Hi,
Twitch Tracker.
Hi.
There's a website called Twitch Tracker, and you can track your progress.
Yeah.
It will say what rank you are, how you compare to other people, and you can see the analytic of your streams.
Yes.
Right now, I'm the top 0.74% of Twitch. I'm the 53,000th channel out of millions. Anyways, what I do is I will review that occasionally. I'm very lax about it currently because I kind of am doing good things and my numbers are good. They're slowly going up.
Right.
But I would say, first things first, if you've never done it before, just familiarize yourself.
Yes.
Whether that's the Twitch analytics page that comes with Twitch Studio, whether that is the Twitch Tracker site. If you're making content on YouTube, there's YouTube analytics. Familiarize yourself with the analytics page. Learn what valuable metrics are and what not so valuable metrics are. There's a couple numbers on there that don't really matter.
Shut up, Dad.
I would say, what's the question? How do you check analytics and put that together to know what to focus on?
I have a thing I want to say to simplify because I know that numbers can be overwhelming from personal experience.
What would you say?
I would say focus on long term because sometimes like I've committed the mistake of focusing on the day or the week and it's like, oh, everything sucks. No. Go through the overall. Like, what about my last couple of months?
Right.
And then you can make a more basic assumption of, okay, I'm doing kind of like shit. Or, okay, I'm doing kind of consistently. Or, okay, this moved up and down and up and down and up and down.
Consistency is important. You're going to have those streams that are just really good, and then you're going to have those streams
we
that
got
are
a
like
raid.
really bad.
Hello, raid.
You got a raid.
Hi, Cradia. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. For those of you who don't know me. Shut up, I'm trying to introduce to the Raiders. Hello, my
wow.
name is... Shut
I can't believe he hates me.
Bro, let me talk. Hello, welcome, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid. My name is Killa. I use your pronouns. This is Felix Nocturne. They use they, them, say hi.
Hi.
And we are talking about, we did a little Q&A where people could ask us anonymous questions, maybe things that they wanted to ask about the VTuber industry, or how to grow as an artist, or taboo questions that they don't want to, you don't want your name attached to that. And we're answering them slowly one by one. Right now, we are answering, how do you check analytics and put them together to know what to focus on? And Felix was saying, now you go. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope your stream was fun. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope it was fun. But yeah, go ahead. Also, mods, if you didn't already, shout out. Mods.
Anyways, it's much more important to look at the overall consistency versus the individual day. You could have a rockstar stream where you've got 100 more viewers than typical in your average, and then a doo-doo-ass stream where things are shit and you've got like 5 viewers or something. Look at the consistency.
Yeah.
Check those streams.
Yeah.
Make notes to yourself about what was different, because that could be an indication about what works well and what doesn't. But overall, look at the general consistency, because the general consistency is what will make or break your career.
Right.
You have to look long-term, compare month by month, not just stream by stream. If you're trying to take this seriously and you're trying to grow your brand and your channel, look long-term. I would say look up how to read a graph, look at trends, stuff like that. I dabbled in stocks for a little bit, and that's where I use my trend analysis experience and looking at analytics and some such things. But outliers, the one stream where you have a bunch of views and the one stream where you have no views, don't put too much weight in them. Look at the consistent, look at the regular, and learn how to make your regular better and stronger. In general, that's what I would say. And then a specific tip I have is just learn to familiarize yourself with the analytics page or tracking sites of the content platform that you use, whether that's Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. That's what I'd say. Keep an eye on it. Make sure things are good. It's like a weather forecast or just like going to the doctor and getting a health checkup. Make sure things are going in the right way that you'd like them to. Slow, steady, consistent growth is what you want, because blowing up overnight is unrealistic. What you want is slow, steady, consistent, and then if you have slow, steady, consistent content and you happen to get lucky, perfect recipe.
I agree. Definitely, analytics can be very overwhelming, more if you're not, as good as math or don't have previous experience with, numbers and having to analyze stuff. It can be a lot. Try to not look at it too often. That's something like that's a mistake that I committed, and I try to purposely be like, nope, not enough time. Let it go. Like, let's say maybe check it once a week, kind of thing, or less if you can manage. Because if you start obsessing too much over numbers, any movement that goes remotely down is gonna be like misery, and you don't want that. Trust me, it's gonna be down. The errors are gonna go down regardless. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go down. If it needs to go up, it needs to touch with being down. So just take it more chill, pretty much. Focus on, as Felix says, focus on consistency. That is a very good thing to have. And the thing that will help you continue the most, pretty much, like if your numbers are consistently at a certain rate, if you get around the same amount of average every stream, that's not a bad thing. That means that the same people are coming back, which is good because that means that they want to stay. It's attracting new people that is the hardest one that I've found with streamers in general. It's not keeping the ones that you already have stay, is having new people make time of their day to come find you and look for you specifically and stay. That is one of the hardest. This is not specifically what they asked, so I'm not gonna get into how to get those people, but yeah. We have that. No. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
We have Felix. What are the steps you took to help Calum as a manager? What did you do?
I have to think about that.
You need to think about it?
Most of my advice for him, okay, so that's a brief recap. I was his manager for a short bit of time. I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
Because it was not really working well. I didn't have the time to work on my own content or do my own work. So I help him from on time to time, but I'm not really his manager anymore.
Yeah.
For a certain time, I was his manager doing things of that variety for a fee. Most of the time, it was personal advice and things of that nature. And most of the time, I was just reminding him about TOS. Most of the things I would do would be like, hey, this might be against TOS, that might be against TOS. I was trying to do more of like a brand protection sort of thing because I knew that you had partner push coming up and you would be applying for partner soon. So most of that was just nitty gritty details. I was looking into the actual TOS of Twitch and the behind the scenes of things like that.
Right.
And that's the arrangement that we had worked out. It wasn't really easy for me to do messages on your behalf because you're a very picky individual and you would always want to be involved regardless, which is fine. But I couldn't commission people on your behalf. I couldn't do this or that on your behalf. You always wanted to be involved, in which case having me be involved in those conversations with people that were working with you was a little bit more hectic than it could have been, and it was just easier for you to do that on your own for the time being. So most of what I would do is I was checking the analytics for him, reminding him of what went good, reminding him of what could use some work, things of that nature. So that's
also
mostly
reminded
what
me
I
of,
was
did you
doing
post
for him.
it? Did you do the schedule? Do you do that? You reminded me of things a lot
Yes.
as well.
I was trying to remind him to be to remember things. I had to remind you that the scheduling feature for posts exists, things like that. It was just kind of like I was doing all the work that he already did on his own, and I was just helping him with that.
Pretty much.
Things of that nature.
Pretty much. It's just taking some of the weight off of your shoulders and reminding you of you certain things, or organizing a little bit. Shit like that. Pretty much.
Just a note of warning for anyone who's creating content. These companies do not like you. Like, they don't hate you.
What are you
You make
talking
money
about
for them.
companies? What?
Twitch and YouTube.
Oh.
They have no love for you. They don't hate you, but they also don't have any love for you. They will not hesitate to cut you off at the kneecaps if you do something against their TOS. They will be very quick to just whip
Unless you're like one of their top earners, yeah, you don't get. Even then, they don't get too much special. Like it's
Nobody gets
special
special treatment. So if you're small, you can get away with some things. But if you're starting to get some numbers, you have to be really careful to follow TOS,
treatment. I mean,
or everything that you built could just be taken away.
pretty much. Like I
You
like
have to be careful with TOS.
you can see daily people getting banned for stupid shit.
Even people with big communities,
Yeah.
like they get lax. You can't get lax. You have to be careful. Like don't say, "Oh, it's fine. Nobody cares." They do care,
I hate
and
this
they won't
life.
hesitate to like ban you. So you got to be careful.
We have that over there. And we have pop, another question. How do you deal with commissions when you have no passion to finish? Not the client being difficult to work with, just not having drive to see it through. I sadly went through this before and it's not fun. Pretty much what helps me is having a deadline, like being like, when do you want to get this done? And they're like, this day. That, even if you work last minute, it's the only thing that really pushes me after I've lost passion for a project. Having that deadline, having that consequence of I told them I would get it done by this day is the pretty much the only thing that helps me. But I know that it's not the same for everyone. Even if you make money, says Morg. Yeah, pretty much. Social media hates you even if you make money. I hate you, Sire. No, you don't. What do you have anything you want to add to that?
I don't do commissions. I can't really speak on that.
Right. We have
I would
that.
say if you're comfortable with it,
Mm-hmm.
maybe half up front and half at completion could help you, because then you still have half coming to you at the end.
That's a good one. That's a
That's
good
the
one.
model
There's
you
still a
could
payment you
implement.
can go for. Yeah,
Right.
that's a good
Could
one. that's a
encourage you
good
to finish it.
one. We have that. Boop. Next one we have. I want to collab with people like you or Felix, but since I'm a small streamer, I don't think it's appropriate for me to talk to you at all.
We already kind of answered this question because we had a similar one earlier.
We kind of did. But
I have new things I could say,
Say.
but I want to hear you first.
Okay, me? All right. I was just gonna say, like, you are allowed to talk to us, but know that it is very likely that you may not get something back. That is sadly just a reality. Like, out of, let's say, 20 small streamers that want to collab with us, maybe 5 will get to be, like, in more talking terms with. And that is simply a game of numbers. That is simply to, know that. It's also good to know why do you want to stream with us. Is it because you like the content? Is it because we seem to have fun? Is it because you want to learn from it? Is it because you want a bit of exposure? Like, that also comes into it. And a lot of times people will do it because they think they know us and because they want to push. And that, it's not a bad reason to want to, but sometimes people will, like, in my experience, sometimes people will offer very lazy ideas. And it's like, you're obviously trying to get just the push from this because I have a bigger audience than you. It's like, at least make it fun, at least make it entertaining, at least make it. I really admire people that, even if you're smaller than me, if I think that you're artistic, if I think that you're working hard, if I think that you're creative and you're actually trying to make it a fun experience, okay, let's go. Like, I would be willing to participate in, like, smaller projects with people if I think they are actually, putting the work and trying to make something new. If that was my case, then I would be like, okay, yeah, sure, this looks fun. But I would say that. What would you say? Anything else you want to add?
If you are a content creator, you are entertainment. And the product that you are selling people is an experience. What you want to give people is a good experience so that they want to come back for more.
Right.
Having another person on your stage is a risk. Because someone could come to see me and have a bad experience because of somebody else.
Right.
But I'll get in trouble for that, and they'll not come back to see me,
Right.
even if I'm only collabing with this person one time. You don't know how you're going to work with somebody if you don't know them. You could have a really great energy together. You could have a really bad energy together. Oh, but professional people and big streamers do that all the time, and they collab with people they don't know personally. Professional streamers who have big communities already. If you're just getting started, you may not know how to do that.
Yeah. And even then,
As I
there's a lot
said-
of dramas that come out of that usually.
See? even then there's big dramas that come out of it, even with big content creators. As I said before, I don't care if you have 1 follower or a billion. I don't really want to collab with you if I don't know you, because that is an unknown, and that is risky. I have built a business and I've built a community, and I don't want to hurt myself or my community accidentally by giving them a bad experience. And if I don't know you and you don't know me, we're gonna have a really awkward and uncertain energy.
Yeah.
So I don't really work well with new people who I don't know.
Not to
it's
mention,
not
sometimes
about
they
you-
pass the sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to add before like you move to something else. Sometimes they commit the mistake of putting the pressure on you to entertain their audience.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's been times in my past where I've done collabs with people and I had to pull all of the weight for 2 people and they didn't really
Yeah.
contribute.
Yeah.
And it's not a good energy.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like we're not equals, and I'm doing a show and you just happen to be on the stage and you're too shy to say anything. What do you contribute?
Pretty much. Like that you can pretty much tell what is happening, and even if the other person is more entertaining, it is definitely more draining for them because you're putting double effort, not just socializing but also entertaining people. Like on the stream that I'm having right now with Felix, you can tell that I'm not putting all the weight on them, and they can
Right.
tell like I'm not putting all the weight on you either. We take breaks. It's a back and a forth. I talk a little, give my opinion, you give a little. We are distributing the weight of we have to entertain, so I get a little moment of break and they get a little moment of break. It's also showing that, hey, I'm not gonna put all of the pressure on you. So I know that you've been talking for a while. Like it is a not spoken thing. I don't know, like, is that how you say that? Not spoken? Not
Unspoken?
Unspoken, I guess. But I've acknowledged that you've been talking for a while. I've acknowledged that you've had a lot of opinions that you've been sharing with the public. You've been very expressive, and maybe like you greeted someone, like, you know, all of that. And you were giving me the stage because clearly you want a little bit of a break. So I'm gonna talk and talk and talk until I'm like, okay, I'm good. You take it now.
Something that I want to
It's like a
state,
stage. Yeah.
to me, my decision making, it's more about me not knowing you than it is about numbers. But it also is about numbers, and I want to actually address the elephant in the room.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, I say this with all the love in my heart. You ready, guys? Regardless of your profession, someone who is doing something professionally will not do it with a beginner. If you have a bakery and you make cakes for people and you've been doing it for years and that is your sole form of income, your friend who just started and has only baked for themselves in the kitchen, yeah, sure. Come on in. You have no experience? That's great. I'm going on vacation. You manage the bakery.
Mm-hmm.
That could hurt their business severely.
Mm-hmm.
People who are professionals, it's dangerous to invite somebody on into your profession that is not experienced.
Mm-hmm.
That could hurt the profession.
Mm-hmm.
You could be the best out there.
Mm-hmm.
Build your own brand first.
Mm-hmm.
It's a risk to me. Help me be more confident in you by showing me that you have what it takes
Right.
and you have those skills. Because when it comes to content creation, it's not about the creator anymore. They have a community too. So if they have a really bad stream or something,
Right.
if someone turns angry or malicious and starts spouting off and saying weird shit on your stream,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't just hurt them, that could hurt their community too.
Yeah.
That could hurt an audience of tens, hundreds of people, thousands even.
Mm-hmm. And suddenly you're not just affecting the numbers, you're also affecting, like, if they're trying to take this job seriously, you're also affecting their income and how much money they're making that month.
Exactly. Regardless of whether you're a content creator or a baker or a fisherman or a welder
Yes.
or a teacher. Like, think about a teacher. If a teacher has to leave the classroom, there's a substitute teacher. How is the substitute teacher chosen? They have to be approved first.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just anybody random, hey, can you watch the class?
Right.
If someone is doing something professionally, they want the comfort of knowing that you can carry the weight too, and that you're not going to hurt them or their clientele.
Not to mention, like, sometimes, like, oh, you're collabing with people that are not even streamers. Sometimes, like, to use your analogy, sometimes someone has been making and baking stuff just in their home, and they've never
Right.
actually sold stuff. But I know that I can still trust them, even if their experience is not exactly what I need.
Because you've known them personally for a while.
Exactly.
And you know their skill.
And I
you
know
it's
they
up
can
to
offer
snuff.
what I need to the table, even if the experience is not exactly that. It's transferable skills,
Exactly.
pretty much.
Right.
But
It's
yeah,
not
no, that's
only
a very
about
good
knowing
analogy,
the
actually.
person. It's not only about knowing the person, it's also about the skill and the confidence in the skill.
Yeah, like,
And it can hurt a little bit when your persona and your direct individual is tied to your skill so directly like
Yes.
this, like in content creation.
it's very easy to get personal.
But think about it this way. If you get to the point where you're making content and you make money making that and you do nothing else, and then somebody who has no experience and is just getting started and is new is like, hey, can I collab with you? That would probably make you a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're saying, hey, can you open up your only form of income right now and take a risk on me
Exactly.
to be nice to me?
Exactly.
Because if you think about it only in a business sense, what do I get back from that?
Pretty much nothing.
Oh, but that's being a bad friend. You're not asking to be my friend, are you?
Right.
You just proposed a business venture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I just want to take streaming casually and not do it professionally. That's the problem. They're trying to do it professionally though.
Mm-hmm.
They want to give you a good time and manage their community well and be nice and kind and provide entertainment. But they're doing it for money. And that's how they take care of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So you're asking somebody to take their only form of income and then just not take it seriously for
And
a
then
day.
take a risk for you and probably potentially lose because a lot of people don't like collabs straight up and won't show up.
They should be thinking about you,
Mm-hmm.
but you should also be thinking about them.
Yes.
And you don't want to ask them to abandon or risk too much just to be nice to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say on the matter, I
That's a
think.
very good way to approach the subject. I like that.
Thank you.
But yeah, we have that. Boop. We have what's been.
What?
It's a horny question.
Oh, God.
We have what has been the most recent encounter. Oh, it's not horny. What has been the most recent encounter with a weirdo being a bit too horny? Weirdos. Oh, I read the word horny and I'm like, I know where this is going. And I'm like, oh, never mind. I have examples, but I don't know if you have one.
I do as well, but you go first.
I remember one guy, the second, like we were in call, and the second he found out that I was single, he was like, "Oh, you're single? Oh, you've been what I've been looking for. Oh, like you understand me. You like he. I
Ugh.
think I told Chad. But there was this guy that started describing their plan to slowly make me fall in love with them, and like like their
What?
strategies of they were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna
You
slowly
were there?
romance you over a few months. I'm gonna start first by only getting close to you and pretend
Oh,
like and
hell
like
no.
I think that we're friends, but eventually the end goal is a loving, passionate relationship, and I am inches away from tracking you and finding where you live. He legit said
I
that.
remember this
He
person now.
He legit said that. He also described me as the perfect femboy housewife.
Yes, you who are trying to build your career and live your dream as a content creator, come work for me in my house and
Come
abandon
be
your
my
dream.
fuck doll.
Oh my God.
Are you okay, Kate?
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. Like, I banned his ass, but
This was months ago. Months ago.
that's one example, Misty. That's one.
Holy fuck.
People can get very obsessive with you, but I vividly remember that guy. It was the second time I was in call with him as well.
Mine are boring. All mine are just unconsensual nudes in DMs. Like, that's an insta block from me. Ask first. It takes 2 seconds. Can I send you a nude? And people have done that before. People in my chat and people here. There's probably at least 5 people in chat who have sent me pictures of themselves, and they asked first. They asked first, and I said, sure. And look, you're still here. I still think positively about you. It's not that hard to ask for fucking consent. if there are people, it's just boring. I'm not gonna mention any specific stories, but it's just people will just send me shit without asking. It's just an insta block.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just an insta block.
Or
I mean,
just
someone was like,
ghost
"Oh, I'm
forever."
sorry, I've never done it before, and I was inexperienced. I didn't know you should ask first." I don't care. You've just shown me that you're not going to value my boundaries and consent.
Man, and I thought
I'm
that
sure you
random
can
goofy
learn.
flirting may be overstepping.
No, I promise.
Depends on the
Jesus.
person. Depends on the person. But yeah, no. Man, yeah, no, weird shit. I have stories. That's one of them. But yeah, no, you're my partner for the rest of my life. You're perfect. Like being described as perfect and being so like, so many people end up because of things that they know about me or they know about of our content creators in general. They assume the rest is as perfect and as anything. You are like, oh, you must be good at this and that and this and that. Like they see no
You don't know
flaws. Yeah, exactly. They see no flaws in you and they assume that you're perfect and they want to get you in their life now. So it's like, you don't know me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't fucking know me. I was joking in some ways when you told us that story. I was physically stop and pause the game. Yeah, no, it was bad. It was
That's
bad.
crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, we have that over there. Next.
That was the time.
That was the time. We have, how do you manage to turn ideas into a model looks very appealing? Like, let's say a robot. How do you make that appealing as a model while not making it cliche / boring / simple design more VTuber like? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Okay, I'm gonna finish reading the last comments about this last topic and then I'm gonna move to that. To be honest, not a weird situation, but I find it funny. The amount of times when I'm legit just talking and someone tells me my voice is sexy is kind of funny. I'm sorry! You know, a character designer to answer that. You know, I've been actually hired to do that before, so I have an account with a professional experience.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, if you want to be good as VTuber, go for anime examples. That's the best thing that I can tell you. Look at what anime does. Look at how do they make a robot sexy? Go to anime. Google it. Literally Google or Pinterest or, another search engine. Look at what they do. That is a very good one. Look at what video games do. Fighting video games have a lot of range of characters. Look at things that already worked with the same concept that you want to work with, pretty much. Don't just expect yourself to know how to make it visually when there's people that literally studied how to do that. Make it a shortcut, pretty much. Grab elements that you grab and then make your own little thing with it. Make your own little thing with it. A robot could be a very cool concept, but you need to approach it in a way that is visually appealing, and usually that comes with a combination of like a bit of sex appeal or cute, or like usually you want to go for either funny, cute, or sexy. If you can combine two of those, the stronger your design. To give you an example, I'm supposed to be cute and sexy. My model, that is. But you can tell that there's more to my character than just that. That is also important. Don't just blatantly appeal to sex unless you want Coomer fan base, which means, people that will not necessarily respect your boundaries as much and will be thirsty 24/7 even if you're not in the mood. Depends also on the fan base that you want to target. But yeah, go to bad. Yeah. Go to already successful franchises or designs that already were able to do something similar and get inspired off of that. That's what I would say. As a
Analyzing what works
Yeah.
is a good strategy.
Yeah.
I will also say this.
Yeah.
I can't fucking draw, but when it comes to design, I've always been praised for having a good eye.
You do.
I'm really good at designing things, but I'm not good at drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have it, and some people don't.
Mm-hmm. You need to
Some
train
people are
it.
good. Some people are good at things, and some people are not. You can learn. Anyone is capable of learning. But if you don't know how to do it, don't make your own parachute. Buy one from somebody who knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to spend the time and skill it takes to learn and grow until you can make your own parachute safely, buy one from somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Here's the analogy. There's people who sell character designs, or you could work with them to create a character design. There are so many people who I've seen create their own character and it just does not look good.
Yep.
And I'm not going to tell that to them because if I just say that to their face, that's just mean and disrespectful.
Yeah, it is.
But it's obvious that they don't know what they're doing and therefore the character doesn't get any attention.
What the fuck, Chad?
If you don't know what you're doing, take some time to learn, or if you don't want to, hire somebody who does. It's okay. There are a million things that you're probably really good at, and then there's a long list of things that you suck at.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be good at things, and everybody's going to be bad at things. If you're not skilled at someone, there is no shame in hiring someone to do it for you.
Oh, I actually have a good example for that.
If you don't have the skill, it's okay to ask someone for help. That's what I'd say.
Oh no, I was reading another name, Psychopath. How's that go? I definitely agree with you, and that is something that it's okay to admit. There's a lot of different areas to art, and you don't have to be good at all of them. In fact, if you have very specific areas that you're very good at, good. Make those skills stronger. But like, to give you two perfect examples, y'all know I'm a good artist. Y'all know I get paid. Y'all know, like, I know what I'm doing, but I suck at backgrounds and I suck at 3D art. So what do you think I did? I paid someone else to do it.
You did.
And that's it. I'm not gonna spend 5 years learning how the fuck to work with Blender. Fuck that. Yep. I'm gonna save myself time but sacrifice money. That's pretty much what you're sacrificing. I learned how to do VTuber models so I could save money, but I sacrificed 3 years of my life. It depends on when you want to sacrifice. You can sacrifice either time or money. Sometimes, there's some character designers that I want to fucking commission because I don't know how to do very specific things. And it's okay to admit that sometimes you need a little help, or sometimes you can't do everything yourself, and sometimes you commission multiple people with very good skills to make your entire brand stronger. That is actually a smart thing to do, and some people don't do it, and I think it's dumb. Recognizing your faults and knowing that sometimes you can't do everything yourself, it's a realization that I feel like a lot of VTubers don't do. It's important to know. I'm shit at drawing and creating, but I'm good at criticizing stuff, and I'm the same boat as Felix. Yeah, no, exactly. And you don't need to be good at everything. You just need to work smart.
It's like, if you want to be a VTuber, you're going to need a character design.
Yep.
You're going to need emotes.
Yep.
You're going to need overlays. You're going to need backgrounds. You're going to need streamlers. You're going to need so much content, unless you're like the fucking Renaissance man of all Renaissance men. That means someone who's multi-talented. Most likely, you're not going to do all of that yourself.
Yeah.
Most of it is going to be sourced from other people. Commissions, gifts, free assets found online.
Most big people, VTubers that you find are going to have their assets made by someone else.
Yes. You cannot realistically do everything yourself because it would take years, 5 to 10, to learn the skills it takes to make everything yourself. And then there are some people who are like, I did everything myself. Great. You didn't spend that time actually marketing yourself or building your community, so now you have everything but no fan base. You sacrifice something in the end. It's okay to hire people. It's okay to ask for help. Because if you try to do everything on your own, you'll have a mediocre product that you then won't have the time and energy to promote. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to commission people. That's what I would say.
Hello.
Nobody can do everything on their own. You have to ask for help from other people from time to time, and that's okay. It really does take a community to make a streamer or a content creator in general.
I agree with you.
Was there a raid?
No, I made a shadow because like a content creator that has been commenting on my TikToks showed up, and I'm like, you!
Cherry!
I recognize you from my TikTok and my Twitter.
Hola, Cherry, ¿qué tal?
Hola, gracias por pasarse, te agradece mucho.
Oh, gracias.
I do all things by myself. Yeah, no, like, I understand because I'm poor. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I understand that struggle of like when you're not making as much money and you're like, I need the assets, so I'm gonna do most, if not everything, by myself. Getting out of that mentality after you get some cash, it's hard.
You can always try trading. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Because what I was about to say is, if you can, there's something that you can do. And if you can sell it for money and use that money to buy the things that you can't. But if you can't sell it for money, trade. You can do art trades. If you do art, then there's some people that can't do art, like me. Some people do music, some people do this, some people do that. You can trade with other people.
I've literally
You can
traded
do
art
things without
before
money.
with like
You have.
we're both good artists, but I'm not good at chivis, and maybe they are. So it's like, here, I give you full body because you're not good at that, and then you give me chivi because I'm not good at that. Get smart. Get smart. I think trading is very good. I think trading is the future. I think we should do
Trading a live GD rig to get some thumbnails? No. Equivalent value. I can make thumbnails really nice, but I can make that in about 5 to 10 minutes. A live GD rig is not going to take 5 to 10 minutes.
No, but if anything, you can work with like, oh, I'll give you this amount of thumbnails for a live GD rigging. So money wise, you're giving an equivalent.
There you go.
That's the most important part of the trading, making it equal for both sides and both sides agree. It's fair. I need to do that actually. That's a very good idea. I need to do that. I need to do that more. I'm gonna write that down. Trading. Okay. I will be right back. I will go to the bathroom. Entertain them.
Hola chat, ¿qué tal hoy? Soy Felix. ¿Cómo te llamas? No, stop. Fine. Pop Spaniel. Hola, Pops. ¿Cuándo tradeamos? Cuando I have a product that I can actually trade with. I don't know. Promos al mango. Me quedé inversada en 5 segundos. ¿Por qué no? You just choked on my monster? You can choke on my monster. I mean, huh? What? Whoa. Who fucking said that? Yo, that's crazy. No horny here, Pops. Calm yourself. What do you mean? What do you mean no horny here? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hold on. I need to check this shit. Back to Twitch. Let me go check this shit. I'm pretty sure horny is allowed here as long as it's chill. Let me check. About Caitlin. Rules. There's nothing against NSFW, and it's marked as slight sexual content. Here's your slight sexual content, folks. Are you ready? Penis. You're welcome. I have blessed you with penis. There you go. There's your mild sexual content. Okay, tengo un buen día. What do you want from me? This is the usual, Felix. Yeah. Whoops. I'm not at work this time. Let's go. So, given the rate that we're going through these questions, I really don't think we would be able to accept more. I was originally asking Kaylin, hey, are we going to have the link open in chat so people can submit anonymous questions while we are streaming? And he said, no, we're not going to be able to get through all these. There's only 27. I'm like, only 27? And then we've been through, what, 5? We talk a lot. We're kind of professional yappers, if you couldn't tell. So I do apologize. He has sexual themes in mature tag. You can talk crazy. Pee, penis. Oh, puppy. Oh, puppy master. I'm sorry. Lo siento, amor. Felix, ¿qué quieres? Don't just moan. I'm sorry. La culpa es mía. Lo siento. Dios santo, que vive el argentino. Nunca. Ahora soy el argentine. Che boludo. Choco torta. Stop it, I was in the middle of talking with my wife. Oh, I'm sorry. I can be your wife. I'm kidding. I have no fucking idea what you're saying. I'm just being stupid. I'm sorry. It's not important. My brother just side-eyed me. Are you listening to this on speaker? Hi, brother. Your sibling listens to very weird streamers, and you should judge them for the content that they consume. You're welcome. Fops, are you still off the meds? Because you're especially goofy today. I am. I apologize. I submitted my request for my ADHD meds on time, and guess what they said? Fuck you. We'll get them when we get them. And they still haven't got them to me yet. I finally woke up and I had coffee, and I'm greeted with Fops going nuts. He asked me to watch chat while he goes and takes a fat shit or something, and I don't really know what to talk about, so I'm just going to be talking about random shit. Yo Twink, me más rápido, amigo. I'm sorry. I will behave. I'll do better. I apologize. And talk about Mario Kart. I like Rosalina. I like playing Rosalina. I always have.
I like these nuts.
And your chat dare calls me the weird one and the horny one. You see this shit? My God. Welcome back. Did you wash your hands?
I'll be back.
Oh my God. Él no lave los manos. Nunca. Yo no sé por qué no. Why doesn't he ever wash his fucking hands? Like, ever. He always forgets. And he's like, well, I didn't use my hands. But you flushed the toilet. You touched the dirty. Even if you didn't touch yourself. Why doesn't he wash his hands? Like, whenever he goes to the bathroom and he takes a short amount of time, I'm always like, you didn't wash your hands, did you? He's like, I'll be back. Okay, you unclean demon. I know. This is what they mean when they say spirits are unclean. It's because he doesn't wash his hands after going pee-pee. You unclean spirit. Welcome back, by the way. You gonna say anything to defend yourself? Did he break? If you're speaking, we can't hear you. Hello? 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 Okay, he's dead. Oh, what the fuck? He disappeared. He broke it. What did he do? The stream's still live, so his internet connection is fine. What did he do? Oh my God. I guess we'll have to wait for fucking... We'll have to wait for fucking Caleb. We'll have to wait for fucking Caleb. He disappeared. I don't know where he is. Why is K stinkier than Fops? What are the reasons here? He stinks, hand dirty, he is pissy lum. I think he's pissy lum. He's pissy lum. He goes pee-pee and then doesn't wash his hands. He's got pee-pee hands. He's pissy lum. Mom? Maybe he's talking to his mom. I don't know. Do you want to know something funny? I met his mom. Not in person. I can't afford to go to Argentina. I'm from the States. That's a fucking big ass ticket. But I met his mom. Cállate! I met his mom and she... Cállate! Because Chad's talking about your mom. I met his mom and she thinks I have a hot voice. Hey. Hi, welcome back. What happened? You were broken.
I disconnected my microphone by accident.
Oh my fucking God. Welcome back.
Don't
Welcome
talk
back.
about my mom.
¿Por qué no?
¿Por qué no?
Ella es
Next.
muy bonita, ¿no?
No hable de mi mamá, eh.
¿Por qué no?
Next. How do you both manage to maintain the usual massive amounts of energy for streams?
I think we answered something similar to this before. We could probably skip to the next question.
I saved my energy pretty much by not streaming and not socializing.
Take care of your body.
Yeah.
Take care of your body
sleep
and your
well,
mind.
socialize. Have a good realistic list of things that you want to get through it, like you want to do every day. Pero presentame a tu madre. No te voy a botar, mamá. Save your energy so you can have it later, pretty much. And also, be okay with being bored and not being stimulated all the time. Sometimes I generally need to take time to just go out. Not even listening to music. I just go out and walk and breathe, and I'm okay with not having a screen in front of my face all the time. You need to be bored in order to be entertained. If you're micro entertained all the time, then you never really get that dopamine hit as much.
Micro. 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 Micro.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Ay, miente latino. Micro. La vaca. Micro. La vaca. Micro. La vaca. La micro vaca.
I just need a tiny sketch of your character, just like with big eyes, small body,
Micro.
and
Micro. 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 Micro.
you're like, "No,
Micro. Felix sounds like a Pikmin. Ping me.
okay. Is my music playing? No, it's not. Okay, let me.
Oh my god.
I'm
You
on
turned
it.
your music off?
Yes.
The whole time I was here alone and I was
I
trying to
don't
interchange
know.
chat,
I
I
don't
was just
know.
dry,
I
crunchy
don't
with no
know.
music in the
Shut
background.
up, put it on.
Oh
Shut
my god.
up. Shut up.
Madre de Dios.
Shut up. No, I don't want this one.
New music, please.
I'm
oh my
on
god.
it.
You don't have consistent music for your streams? Imagine not having a consistent theme of music for your streams that will just autoplay and shuffle between a selection of 10 different songs that sound different but similar enough that it's recognizable. It couldn't be me.
How do you manage to maintain usual massive amounts of energy per stream?
I fuck your mom every day.
Okay, next question.
I would have given a serious answer, but we already answered the same question. So, like, you can look back in the VOD. Basically, take care of your mind and your body. It'll be much easier. Rearrange your schedule so that you're streaming only when you have energy. There you go. Make sure you eat food, drink water, sleep, and then have some energy on the side like caffeine if you need it, but don't overdo it. There you go. He pissed so hard that the music got flushed.
What the fuck,
No más
man?
música.
What the
Lo
fuck,
siento.
man? Chocotorta. No! We have.
He can't afford
how do you-
music.
Shut up. We have.
They don't have music in
Shut
Argentina.
up. Okay.
Only carne.
Shut up. Okay. How do y'all manage to make your own personalities differ from the rest of the VTuber sphere? Because honestly, you're
Oh?
both in a way unique to other VTubers.
Be authentic and be yourself.
What?
Be authentic and be yourself.
That doesn't really answer the question.
So many people who do content creation try to mold their personality to fit a mold. A lot of them will take it way too seriously and they will play a character. I'm not me. I am Fluffy Butt, the fucking dog VTuber. If that's someone's
Let's
actual
talk
name,
freely
I'm
because I
sorry.
want to follow them. Be right back, guys. Oh yeah, do that. Follow
Aw.
Felix. They're funny. All right.
I'm
you're
not
done.
stinky. No estoy apestote.
I
No
said-
estoy apestote.
I said you're
Anyways,
funny. Anyways, continue.
thank you. But Charity said I
I'm
was
not thinking,
stinky.
I'm not thinking.
Swole, be yourself. Exactly. Here's what I did. When I was trying to think of my VTuber character, I was like, who am I going to play? And then I realized that's a stupid lame-ass strategy for stupid lame-ass people. And I am beautiful and wonderful as I am, and so the fuck are you. So if you're having thoughts that you should just create a character and play that character, fuck that. Nobody wants your stupid character. People want you. People want realness, and people want to connect with somebody who is authentic. Don't be too real. Don't be out here telling people your fucking real name and your credit card information. There's boundaries. But be real. Don't create a fake character, and people will find that much more relatable and refreshing and also entertaining. So I created a character that was like basically just me if I was reimagined as a kitsune, right? I am a mythical little fox spirit, but like I'm not that in real life, right?
Yeah.
So I designed my quote character around myself. That was
Right.
my thought process. That's my creation. You, unless you are a professional actor, which you're probably not if you're wanting to be a VTuber,
Done.
you cannot hold a fake character forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna
You're
break.
not, Cecilia boy.
It's gonna break. So what you want to do is just be yourself. Maybe modify it a little bit, but just be yourself. People will find that real, relatable, and refreshing. You go. What do you think?
I was gonna say something that if everyone's the same, it's not my fault that they're bored.
Exactly! Exactamente!
Like, your own personality should shine through. Pretty much, like, I am not afraid of thinking what I think. I'm not afraid of making random noises because I think it's funny. I'm not afraid of being a bitch and being bratty if I want to. I'm not afraid to be stupid and commit mistakes and not know geography or math or like you guys grab those flaws and you find it charming. You
It's
turn it
funny.
into jokes. Suddenly something
It's
that I
funny.
was afraid of or ashamed of, it's suddenly a joke that I can laugh at. Being okay with showing the things that are not perfect about you is very crucial through like for your, it's gonna sound stupid, for your character development.
Mm-hmm.
Being okay with being vulnerable, being okay with showing things that are dumb or stupid or not fleshed out is very important. I've shared my singing with my chat before. I do it sparingly because I want to practice more, but they know it's something not perfect that I'm working on, and they support me, and they want to be nice to me, and they encourage it, and like stuff like that. It's not just singing, but I'm just throwing a random thing so to show you that you can be vulnerable. You can be yourself. That's the most genuine connection that you're gonna be able to build if you are yourself. Probably okay for living in the burden of being Argentinian. One of my many flaws is that I'm Argentinian. I'm kidding. But yeah. I'm pretty much.
Give me
I
your
just show
social
my
security number,
personality.
credit card number, full legal name, and first letter of father's first name, the first 4 schools you went to. This is a joke, of course. Oh, yes. My social security number is 666 69 0420. Mm-hmm. And then my credit card number is 6666 6666 6666 6666. My full legal name is fuck your mom. The first letter of your father's first name is L. The first 4 schools you went to are your mom's house, your dad's house, your grandma's house, and then big ass booty bitch college. I graduated with a master's degree, bitch. Doctorate, even. I have a doctorate in the big booty
Doctorate in
bitches.
slay.
Doctorate in slay. My grandma. You ever see how she's walking a little funny? Sorry.
Shut
La culpa es
up.
mía.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. BABB College. I'm alumni now too. Hell yeah. BABB forever.
Okay. Next.
I'm sorry. I am stupid sometimes.
Okay, we have how does one know they can even be a competent VTuber / PNG tuber? PNG is here for early steps before getting a model. How do you know you're competent?
Practice.
How do you know you can do
Practice. Practice.
Being good at being entertaining.
Try it.
Understanding visual appeal. Being good at moderating your voice. Like, you need to know how to somewhat
baby.
voice act.
Sorry, I saw a raccoon in my window. I love you. Sorry.
I love you, looks at raccoon.
Sorry.
All right, you go.
If you try it out, you'll know if you're good or not.
But
Well,
they're
not
asking,
always.
like, I understand they're asking off of an insecure place of how do I know I'm even competent enough to try?
Oh.
Yeah.
Find people who will be honest with you, like actually honest with you, even if it hurts your feelings,
It's hard.
and then ask their opinion.
I mean, like, will
If you say,
listen to
look, I
this?
need some
Will you do
actual
this?
feedback.
Yeah.
Like, I need some actual feedback. I need to know if I'm bad or not. Can you give me some honest
And
feedback?
if I am bad, what is wrong so I can fix it?
Exactly.
Mhm.
But basically, some signs. Are you good at making people laugh?
Mm-hmm.
Are you good at talking for long periods of time?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have some sort of content that will be interesting that people would like to watch?
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's art, music, gameplay, just talking about random shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you said yes or maybe to all of these questions, you probably have what it takes. If you don't have that, all of those can be learned. But
Also, very good adaptability skills, and you need to be in constant change. If you can't improve,
Exactly.
then you're stuck.
But I will say, if that form of content creation is not natural to you, there are lots of different types of content you can create.
Yeah.
I would encourage you to just find the one that fits the most with you and then learn how to become successful at that. My muse is Markiplier. Do I make content like Markiplier? Not at all. I found something that worked with me and then I went for it. Markiplier inspired my dream of being a content creator, and then I made my own content. You see?
Yeah.
If you're inspired by a VTuber and live streamer, don't do exactly what they do. In fact, that's cheap and you're a sellout. Be yourself, or you're doing your own self a discredit. Be yourself and do what you want to do. You may think you want to be a VTuber just because someone inspired you. Actually, try it out and experiment with different kinds of content and find what works best for you. It could be the exact same thing, or it could be something else. Be open to options. Don't be so locked into one path before you even give it a try.
Pretty much. I agree with you. We have that. I think that you have a very good point, and I think that knowing, like, can you make people laugh? Can you learn how to socialize? Like, are you able to adapt in a social setting? Kinda. Like, example, if you were very bad at socializing, but now you can somewhat talk to people, or if you can make some jokes, or people look for you specifically in VCs, like, at least that's something that I went through, that I've noticed, that people genuinely, like, I'm very good with first impressions with people. Even if you don't know me, I know how to be charming, and that was, like, one of the things that made me feel validated. When I have doubts and like, oh, can I do this? And then I go outside and I meet someone and I make them laugh and adore me and remember me. And it's like, oh, okay, I can do this somewhat. And that is a skill that took me years to practice. Like, don't think I was born with this. I was not. When I was younger, I was very much so more closer to the not talkative, like autistic. I would not, like, there were there were a chunk of years in my high school that I straight up did not have any friends at all. You need to learn how to mask. You need to learn how to act. You need to learn how to accentuate things. So, like, let's say that I want to say, I think that's funny. That's how my brain
Hold
wants
on,
to say it.
hold on. We got a stinky bitch in your chat.
What?
We
Oh,
got
okay.
someone trying to say KYS and Ku Klux Klan. Boo, Stinky!
Boo!
Fuck
Boo.
you! Get out of here, Stinky! You're negative. Get the fuck out of here. Boo! Boo! Boo!
Fuck you! Boo! Judgment! Boo! Get out of here! Boo! I love that. I need to start doing that. Tomatoes! Get him! Good catch. Good catch. Nice, nice.
My God.
Oh, man.
Anyway, sorry. What were you saying?
It's a skill that took me years to practice. Let's say that you want to say, oh, this is fun. You pretty much just exaggerated to, oh, this is fun. Like, you just make yourself sound more charming, pretty much. That was the way that I found it. I grabbed my personality and my thoughts and what I wanted to say, and I just made them more charming.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. What happened? A dumb Kubu person was saying stupid thing, chat, and we started.
Just somebody
them.
new, first time chatter, didn't even follow, and they were saying a bunch of negative shit in the chat. So we chased him out of here for being a negative bitch. Boo! Boo!
I love that. That's so funny.
Doesn't it feel good?
It feels better. It does feel better.
Yeah. When someone's negative in your chat, it makes it into something fun and entertaining instead of something that will weigh on your soul. Boo!
Bye, Heavenly Helios. Hope you have a good time. Mama. We have
sometimes you gotta deal with hecklers in your stream.
Oh, yeah. We have next question. Do you put random shit on your whips on your models before you finish them? Oh, that's for me. No. No, well, not often, but I have hidden some smiley faces every now and then. In areas that are never gonna be visible, like let's say under the shadow of the neck, that's never gonna be seen by other than the rigger. So if anything, you surprise the rigger with like, oh, that's silly. It's sometimes kind of thing. I just came and miss the hacker. Oh, hi, hello Morg.
Oh.
Oh, it's okay. Put down the tomato. Someone will come back. Don't worry.
I can't answer this question. I don't make models.
That is okay. Next, we have, how much do you think someone should spend on their first model? As little as possible.
Depends on you. That depends on you and your budget, but I would say, yep, little as possible.
As little as possible.
Try.
As we said before, be aware that you're gonna be changing models and designs and assets a lot. So it's like, try it, spend it, find what you like, keep what you like, and take away what you don't or what doesn't work as well. Be smart about it, pretty much. Like, my first ever model, I spent $300 on, which sounds like a lot of money, but that on model standards, that's nothing.
That's
nothing.
cheap.
That's very cheap. And that is not counting the previous model that I made for myself, and then I ended up just using a PNG. And a model I made for myself. Yeah, no, that blow. Yeah, no, exactly. How much did you spend on your first model?
On my first model,
Yeah.
the first model that I actually used.
Yeah.
So $1,000. Here's the thing. I started with a PNG, and I commissioned that for $70. And then after that, I got another PNG. I forgot how much I spent on that one, but it was under 100.
Yeah.
And then I got a chibi model for an old design as a surprise birthday gift from a friend. Someone named Kalum.
Someone named
Kalum Vite. That was a year ago at this point. I think it was a year ago.
Yeah, around that.
And then I had to do a thing where I had to remake my accounts and change my name because of stupid IRL shit, family not respecting my privacy, and didn't want IRL mixing with my VTuber content creation. So I had to make new accounts.
Stream. Congratulations.
Wow, it's not just that, bitch. I could be authentically myself and be queer on stream. That's most of it.
Yeah.
But then I bought a pre-made model for under 100, about 100, 130. I don't remember.
Then it's around 100. What do you
use
said,
it.
1,000?
I didn't use it.
Oh.
It was a pre-made, and I was going to pay people to add toggles to it, so it looked how I wanted it to.
All right, you ended up paying me. I forgot.
I never used it, and then I did a donathon goal to make a new model, and I paid this bitch, Colum VT, to do a commission for me, and I haven't even gotten a sketch back. Like, can you fucking believe it, guys?
I'm about to,
like, the
bitch.
fucking
I started the
inconsideracy
commission
of
I
this
was
bitch.
working on
I know,
before you
I
did
know,
it.
I know. He's finishing other commissions first. Totally makes
I
sense. I'm
finished
heckling
it
him because I'm
today,
his
and
friend.
you're already like, where's my update?
Oh my god, not actually. I'm not actually harassing him.
I know,
guys.
I know,
I promise.
So technically
but that
speaking,
is the first.
your first model that you used consistently was for free. It was a gift from me.
It was a gift from a friend, and before that, I only paid for PNGs and stuff like that. But the first model that I actually will use, assuming it's not doo-doo quality, which I'd be very surprised if it was, which please don't. I paid a pretty penny for it. I paid $1,000 for my first VTuber model, but I've been creating VTuber content since 2021. It's been 3 years. So I've been rocking with the PNG. I've been here. I've been rocking with the PNG. I've got a consistent design that I like. And I have a community, and I've been using very cheap, affordable solutions first.
Yeah.
If you're just getting into it and you want to buy a full-ass model first, I would say don't do it.
Don't. It's going to be a waste of money. It's going to be a waste of money. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Also, don't get a 3D model early on, like a custom 3D model early on. Trust me, it's a waste of money.
Right.
Most
VTubers will burn out.
This baby after, again, my first ever 3D model. I got it after 3 years of being in the VTuber community, and after 1 year of being a consistent VTuber, around 1 year. It's been a while. I made sure that I wanted this. I made sure that I was comfortable with the design. I made sure that it was something that I wanted. I made sure that it was for a very good price for what I got. That's the only reason why I would tell you. If not, go for custom Viroid. There's people that are very good with modifying Viroid models for way more of a cheaper price than if you start from zero from Blender, which is what I commissioned someone to do. That's another way that you can get it. Or, and I hate that I'm gonna say it like this, get good. Put
you can
the
teach
time.
yourself.
Yeah, teach yourself. Put the time and effort, consistent time and effort. I know. But that's how I was able to, like, the art of this model was made by myself. And I started making models in 2021.
Most VTubers will burn out and or stop creating content because it doesn't fit with their life schedule in a year or less.
Yeah, you're gonna see, like,
and most people
at the beginning
that
of
have the
this year.
fancy, most people who have the fancy models will regret them.
Yep.
Try before you buy.
Yeah. You can touch yourself. You like it's actually kind of impressive
What?
because you will see
I
a
did
lot of
touch-
people around like mid beginning and end of the year. You're gonna see a lot of people. I'm graduating because they made those goals. Let's say at the beginning or halfway of the year, and then 6 months happened and they burned themselves out.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see that a lot.
Now, if you burned yourself out because it wasn't enjoyable for you, or nobody showed up to your streams that made you feel like shit, or you got in a bad interaction with a big content creator and that made you want to quit entirely, or your
Mhm.
life schedule changed and you don't have time for it anymore,
Mm-hmm.
would you rather work with a $50 PNG
Mm-hmm.
or a $1,000 or $2,000 3D model?
Do you prefer wasting $50 or $2,000?
Try before you buy. Try before you buy. Shoto started with a PNG.
He did for a few
I
years.
started with a PNG. I'm not big and famous.
Me too.
But I'm top 1% of Twitch, and I do content creation full time for income right now. Start small. It's a wiser use of your money.
Mm-hmm.
Save that money for rent and food.
Mm-hmm.
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 We have that. We have next. We have with the current VTubing landscape, would you recommend those who plan to become a PNG/VTuber to pursue it in the long run, or to pursue it in the long run, or only see it as a hobby, kind of like side income? And if so, what would your advice be to help them be successful / slowly grow? I want to go first, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you go.
Okay. In the current VTuber landscape, you can do both, but it's going to be much harder to do it professionally. It's gonna be you can like pretty much you're choosing your level of difficulty. I would say start as a hobby, because that's kind of what I did. I mainly focused on my art commissions when I started at the VTuber, when I was doing my first streams, posting my first videos, editing my first content. I purely did it as a hobby that I did every now and then, and I mainly focused on doing art because that was my main source of income. That's how you start, and it'll help you get like a hand of like, okay, how are things supposed to work? How do I do this? How do I do that? But in a much more slower, friendly pace. So you, as we said before, make sure that you want to do this long term. And when you feel confident enough to take the real challenge, and your life looks like you can, you have the time to do so, or you're making enough money so you can give it more of your time, then do it. I started taking it more seriously after TwitchCon, because I realized that I convinced myself that I was trying as hard as I could when I wasn't. And it took seeing my friends hit partner and go to partner plus only like parties, or talking about streaming and content creation to their friends, and like one of them literally telling me, I'm still glad he told me that, but he was harsh. It was harsh at the time. Like I was like, Kaylon, when are you gonna hit partner? And I'm like, I'm trying. And he was like, no, you're not. And he was right. He was right. I was not. I was mainly streaming whenever I remembered I had a Twitch account, and for maybe 1 or 2 hours. Like I was not applying myself. After he told me that, I decided, okay, I'm going to actually try this. I want to be with them. I want to reach their level. I want to give this an actual shot and not be afraid of trying. So I actually
gonna
gave it a
run
shot,
pee
and I'm here
again.
now. Oh my god!
I'll be right back.
Hurry! But that's what I would say. It could be, I would say, see it as a hobby or side income. Do not look for it as a main income until things get better enough so you can take more risks, pretty much. You want to keep yourself safe and your time safe as much as you can. So as you slowly increase, if things keep getting better, then you can involve it more and more in your life. But if not, it can stay as a side thing. It's just, the more time goes on, the harder it is to become a VTuber. So next year is going to be even harder to become a big VTuber. Next year after that, it's going to be even harder to be a big VTuber. It was way easier in the beginning because, again, you need more skills to stand out because now it's a bigger crowd. Yeah, we have that. Let me read the comments. It's hard seeing friends do a lot better than you because you feel happy for them, but you're also comparing yourself to their growth and their experience. It's hard not to. Yeah, no, pretty much. And that's why I try to avoid looking at Twitter as much as I can. I try to, it's important to be active in social media, but that's a piece of advice that I would give to people. If you have more successful friends, try to stay away from social media. Try to stay, specifically Twitter, because Twitter is built so you see only the best from people, and your brain is going to fill in the gaps and make it look like you suck, and they don't. it's hard on you mentally. So again, any piece of advice, take it out. Twitter is for your mental health. Is very bad. take it slow, pretty much. Let me read. Blah, blah, blah. So today, I was gonna be for free under a tornado. Watch storms coming soon. Yoy, please stay safe if you can. Ya vengo, mi perro quiere afanar la comida de vuelta. Okay. Take your time. Models are cute. They can be effective. PNGs can be cute, yeah. PNGs can be very cute. I'm personally very proud of my own PNG that I made at the time. I think it was very pretty. I think it was charming. I think it did what I needed to do. Ugh. Let me drink some water. They also said, and if so, what would you advise them to slowly grow? Okay, to slowly succeed / grow, as we said before, the most important thing is keeping your current audience, and but is also increasing it. One way that you can increase your audience in a slow way is by posting on other sites. The main ones that I would recommend you are TikTok and Twitter. YouTube Shorts maybe. Depends on how well you hit the audience, but I've managed to find more success on TikTok. It's very good because if you manage to post at least 2-3 times a week, it's a good way to you okay. Let's say that you mainly posted on Twitter and you're like, oh, I want to be a VTuber now. Okay, now your audience is gonna be basically people that found you through Twitter. You want to basically give more people different platforms that have different audiences and find new people that way. It's hard to grow on Twitter unless you make something very unique, something very good, something that, people don't typically see. So it takes some more effort to stand out on the Twitter crowd, and it's harder to achieve new people with Twitter. It's possible, but most of the times, most of your posts are only going to reach your current audience and not new people, and very small people over there. Another small way to grow, it can be through, as I said, YouTube Shorts specifically. Scripted content does very well if you want it. But yeah, post on other platforms. You're gonna get people like we see them in chat, guys. We see them in chat. The new chatters are like, oh, I found you on TikTok. Oh, I found you on YouTube, specifically on TikTok for me. But I found you on TikTok. That's how you get a slow, like, some people are going to find you and they're going to leave. That's just simply how it happens. You're gonna be like, I can think of some of my first chatters that I've never seen again because they probably moved on to another streamer, and I don't hold that against them. It's simply people are gonna stay, but also some small number of people a month are going to leave. So you need to replace those new people with either new ones or attract even more if you can manage. But if you can just replace them, that's good. You can keep your averages. That's what I would say. Find the kind of videos that you want to make that are fun to make but are also successful. The thing that I found is that I like doing like little Q&As on TikTok. That's a little thing that gave me a bit of woof of success. So yeah. 1K likes on Twitter is average. If you want 10K, you gotta go to TikTok. Yeah, or you need to blow up, which is harder to do. A lot harder to do. But yeah. Hi Felix.
Hi.
Hello. They asked.
You want me to answer the question?
Yes. Can you read that?
With the current VTubing landscape, would you recommend those who plan to become a PNG tuber / VTuber to pursue it in the long run, or only see it as a hobby and kind of side income?
I'm gonna fix my 3D model, but you can keep answering the question.
And if so, what would be your advice to help them succeed or slowly grow? Here's what I would say. Having it as a hobby and a side income, and pursuing it in the long run, they're the same thing. You, unfortunately, in the current global climate, you can't take it seriously unless your money is secured. And for most people, that means you can't start taking it seriously until you make enough money to replace your main source of income. Unless you're fine with streaming one time a week, most of the time you're going to need a lot more consistent content in order to actually grow. So here's what I would say. Do both. Have it as a side hobby, side income, side little thing. Keep your day job. And then when you start to get some success on the side, maybe you could consider transferring over and becoming a full-time content creator. But it's a risky venture, and it's not something you should just jump into with both feet.
Yeah.
Because think about the corporate VTubers who have a big platform. They will have a, what is it called? Monetization celebration?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a month or 2 months after they debut.
Yes.
Even the big people with thousands of people watching them from the start, they don't see a single cent in return for many months.
Yep.
It takes a while to get set up as a content creator, even if you have instant success.
I can tell
So
you,
it's
like,
going to need to be a side thing
yeah,
as you start.
yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to say, like, I can tell you with my numbers right now, not even I can make this a full-time thing. I need to do things outside of this. So even
Mhm.
people that you see like, oh, you're successful, I don't make enough money to sustain myself only on streaming. So do keep it
Mhm.
as a side thing. It is the wisest thing to do.
Mhm.
But yeah.
It's like this is a profession where you literally have to be famous in order to make money as a living.
Yeah.
I currently can afford a living through only content creation, but that's only been the case for the last month or two,
Because
and
you've
that's
been in a
because I'm currently
donathon.
exactly. I've been doing a donathon. These are not typical situations, and after the donathon's over, I'm going to go back to doing deliveries part-time because typical content creation for me just doesn't pay the
You
bills,
forgot to
which is
say if
sad.
it's over.
I said when. What do you
I
mean
know.
if? It'll end eventually. It'll end
No, your
eventually.
community is gonna last a bit longer.
Maybe, maybe. But the point is not to toot my own horn, but just to illustrate how much of a problem this is. I am a literal 1%er when it comes to Twitch. I am under 1%. I'm 0.7 or something. I am in the top elite upper echelon of Twitch, and I still barely afford to pay my rent and get groceries every month. You literally have to be famous
You need
in
to
order
be
to make this your full-time thing.
0.00000.
Yeah, you kind of have to be top of the top of the top to actually make this your thing. So it's going to be a side thing until you become famous, and it's going to stay there. So find that comfortable balance for you so you can do it on the side and then do something else for income. So you don't maybe have to worry about money when it comes to content creation, and you can just focus on having fun and making good content first. I think that could help you.
We have
That's my take.
Yeah, no, I agree. I already said everything I had to say. We have oh, this is the last one. Yes!
Last one.
Last one. And it only took
Last
us 3
one.
hours and a half.
And there's so many questions in this question. Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you
from the
come up
top.
with the concept of your model? Go.
How did you come up with the concept for your model? I wanted to design something that was just literally me, but as a kitsune. And the first iteration had a mask that was just like a mask that I have in real life. And then slowly it evolved over time to become more of a character and less like myself as a person. And the hairstyle changed, and I got rid of the mask. And we'll see it change a little bit more. I'm not going to talk about the details, but I'm excited to share them when they're ready, when the model actually comes out. And it's going to be more about what I want to be rather than what I am right now. That's how I created mine. You.
I created in a similar fashion. I knew that I wanted to create a character, but something that I felt like it was a fun concept. I knew that I wanted to have fun with the concept regardless. Even if like originally it was way more of a complex backstory, but then I hyper simplified it and just make sure that the idea on its own was fun to me. I wanted to offer a new spin to the demon idea because there's a lot of fucking demons in here, but I wanted to make mine feel a little bit more distinguished, a little bit more like, oh, you added more than just demon, you know. I made it my own original species. I gave it specific forms. I gave it specific rules. I gave it specific, like, you know, a little bit of a spin to it. And I wanted to make it something similar to you. I wanted to make it something that I would like to be, not something that I am. And now it has evolved more into like a fantasy version of things that I like. Like, I am very aware that I'm not Calum, and I'm never gonna be Calum, and I'm okay with that. Calum is a character that I enjoy playing. And it's not just I'm playing a character, it is also I am showing a part of me. Just not all of me, pretty much. Yeah. We have also, did you know this would be a permanent model for you since you decided to build / improve it over the years? No, I did not thought it would be. No, to be fair, I did thought it was permanent at the beginning, but then the more I realized that my eye got better and the things that I wanted to do were different, I noticed that I need to change it again. Oh, and again. Oh, and again. And now I just come to a realization of, yeah.
I think you don't understand.
What are they saying?
You know how Fufu, it's beautiful, but it's not what you're doing. Here's what I'm saying. You know how Fufu had the white hair design?
Yeah.
And her new design is completely different?
Yeah.
that's not what you're doing. What you're doing is taking the same thing but making it slightly different and getting
Yeah.
better. That's keeping the same design. That's what they're asking.
Oh.
Did you know that you were going to keep the same design but then just kind of slowly change it and tweak it? Or were you going into this thinking that you would maybe someday completely abandon it and get a completely different new look? I think that's what they're trying to say.
Okay, if that's the case, yes, I thought that like I knew that I wanted to keep Calum. The only way that I was going to change things was again very early on that I'm like, hey, if a big company picks me up, no, I'm not doing that anymore. If a big company picks me up, then sure, I can change the concept. But now I've grown attached to it enough that I'm like, yeah, no, he's mine. That was the only reason I would leave the concept, and now even that I'm like, nah, I'm good. I like his concept, I like his design, I like his idea, and I am willing to make it go through changes so it fits whatever it needs at the moment. Yeah. How about you?
I always knew I would keep a similar design. I created something I fell in love with, and I was completely open minded to the opportunity of change.
Mm,
But even after the brand change, even after the name change, it's still supposed to be the same character. It's
right.
just they're not wearing their mask anymore and they got a haircut. I always had it in my head because I designed it after myself,
Mm-hmm.
so it felt like me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was never really willing to just abandon and completely create something new.
Right.
I always wanted to keep the same sort of vibe, just have it change maybe over the years. Because I mean, look at real people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this was my this era. This was my that era. This is when I had this color hair.
Yeah.
This is when I had that kind of style. People on their own, fuck VTubers, will have their own regular design and style and hairstyle, and it will change over the years. So that's kind of how I saw the VTuber character. I always knew I would keep the same character, but I knew it would change slowly over the years as things changed about me.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I saw it, at
Mm-hmm.
least. But I went into it taking my time designing the character because I knew I wanted to keep some sort of consistency that felt familiar and felt
Right.
personal.
Right. Okay. We have that. We have how how did you do your network with other VTubers, Scholastic 11, interact with them? I am, how do I say this? I am very lucky to the fact that I am an artist, so I have something useful that people want. That's the way that I was able to manage most of my connections, is that people originally wanted to reach out to me or be in good terms with me because they like my art and they wanted to work with me in the future. It's either that or the people that other people that I've interacted with, we had very similar kinds of content, so it was easy to like what they were doing because it reminded me of my own stuff. So it's like, yeah, you go, like, you know. That's pretty much how I made it. Either find people that produce similar stuff than you that you can generally connect with, and they, like, as a result, you know, they could like your stuff as well. It's likely it makes it more likely, or you become yourself useful so people want to be on your good side. It sounds bad, but it is what it is. How are you? How do you make your connections? Really?
I'm shit at networking, and
You are.
I think
You are.
that I don't do it. I really should,
You
but
don't.
I don't
I
do it.
work on it
And
way more than you do.
I feel like I really should do that, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have many really big connections,
I
and I
pretty
don't
much found
actually.
you, and then you gave me attention. Like, it was not the other way.
Yeah, you found me and you gave me attention, and then we became friends, and then I was always a part of your community, and then I became a big enough hot shit that we decided to share a community.
Big
So now we share a Discord server. But essentially, when you have people that you can collab with, friends, not random people, content creators you trust who have an audience, collab with them because the more you appear on their streams and the more they appear on your streams, you can have some community overlap.
Mm-hmm.
It's beneficial to both people if it's a good connection and you're entertaining,
And you're not
right?
streaming at the same time.
I bring new people into the server that find you. You
Yeah.
bring new people into the server that find me.
Literally, one person was in chat and they're like, "Oh, this person is funny. I'm gonna follow them."
Yeah, I'm really honored. I don't know if they're still here, but hi, Cherry. I love you. But the more you connect with people that are similar size or similar community, similar vibes, something similar, and there's not just like worlds of difference because we've all seen those collabs where people couldn't be even more different, and so the communities just don't give a shit about the
Mhm.
other person there. Don't do that
And they'll
because that's
come
not beneficial
back.
for anybody. Nobody will look at the other content creator both ways. Find people that are similar to you. Reach out to them, network with them, be on their content. They'll be on yours. Interact on Twitter, blah 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 blah. But that's how you network with other content creators. Just talk to people. Also, being active in people's communities
That's very
is a good way
important.
to do that
That's one way that I've gotten
because
some attention, and specifically make people remember you. Like I
mhm,
try to make an effort whenever I have the energy to go on Twitch, see who I know is streaming, and just be in the
right,
chat, even if it's just for a couple minutes. It helps keeping your presence in their mind. Also, something that you're not
right,
mentioning, but I think it's very important, is that your connections, like, try to get together with already existing bubbles. Like, you see, we
yes,
have monkey brain. We don't think this person and this person, this person, this person. Like, a lot of the times you're gonna think of a person and they're connected to already a group of people that are like,
mhm,
you're like, oh, this person, I think I saw them interact with that and that and that, and you have like this little
mhm,
bubble, and then you have another bubble, and then you have another bubble.
mhm.
Joining already existing bubbles, even though very fucking challenging, it's a very good way to slowly gather new people and get more connections through that. I
It
joined the
is.
femboy bubble, and I'm slowly trying to connect with like more indies outside of that, and see like tiny little friend groups that I see every now and then. I'm like, oh, that looks fun, kind of things. So like, if you
Mhm.
think of me, Felix is in my bubble, to give you an idea. If you think
Yay,
of
yippee.
Felix, some other streamers that they collab with are in that bubble and stuff like that.
Yes.
Bubbles are very useful. Do not phase the world on your own. Do bubbles.
Right. That's why whenever I raid somebody after my stream, I always look for people that I follow. I don't take suggestions from
Hmm.
the chat. I will always want to send my people to somebody that is familiar,
Hmm.
somebody that I'll know.
Hmm.
Because if I just send them to random people, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, thanks for the raid, whoever the fuck you are. I'll give you a shout out to be nice,
Strength
but who
the
cares?"
bubble.
Who gives a fuck? But if I go raid, I don't know, Barry would be like, "Oh, it's Felix. Oh my God, look, everybody, Felix is
Exactly.
super chill. You should
Hmm.
check out Felix." And that familiarity will
Hmm.
carry weight.
Hmm.
People may actually check me out.
Very mention.
Versus, exactly. See, people know Barry.
Hmm.
There you go. There's bubbles. Connect with people that are connected to people, and connect with those people. Work in bubbles instead of just like reaching out to some random ass person that's like so disconnected from you. That's a Hail Mary long shot that might not even fucking work out or have any fucking
Right.
strength to it.
Right.
Also, build a community. You don't know
Yeah.
how many tweets I've seen of small VTubers slash VTuber fans complaining about Discord servers that are only surrounded about one person.
Yes.
Everybody wants their own damn Discord server, and then people will join hundreds and then never look at them and never
or or
participate in
or
them.
never active and never talk to their community, and it's like they I see it as they don't
Right,
make it as a community server, they make a fan club.
right.
And that
It and with ours, it doesn't feel like people are there to worship me or you. We're both managing the community, and it doesn't feel like it's streamer worship, and people appreciate that vibe because it doesn't feel like the Calum totem, let's worship him and kiss his feet and nobody else. Because that so many aspiring content creators make servers like that, and then nobody comes to their altar to pray to them, essentially. And then they're like, why is nobody worshiping me? I must be a piece of shit. No, it's probably because everybody has their own insulated, isolated, separated communities. Are those really communities at that point? They don't
Alexander
feel like communities.
Tide said before, I always like the rabbit hole of creator. It started with me finding Kay, liking his stuff, and then finding Felix, and then Mika and Boob and many other lovely people. So I always like that.
Hmm.
Alexander said, "Yep, I'm a part of too many servers. I barely chat in any of them. Choice paralysis." Yeah, no, exactly. Bottom cancel
Felix
now.
almost sent us to Queso. I didn't. I saw Queso was live and I explained why I wasn't going to send you to Queso. And it was the same point I'm making now. I didn't almost send you to Queso.
This is why I try to like get to know my chatters, knowing this one, and like I remember you, and I remember you, and I remember you, and I remember
Hmm.
you, and I joined VC, and I turned to meet new people. I greet the ones that were like that joined, like, oh hi, how you doing? Because I'm a human, and you're a human, and we make this
Hmm.
together. I would be
Hmm.
no one without the people that would choose to watch me. I would be literally no one. So I'm going to make you
Same.
feel appreciated because you make this work. You're literally the other 50% that I need to do the things that I'm doing. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
just treat you like, oh yes, worship my feet. Like,
So if it isn't clear what the direction this conversation went, interacting with other VTuber content creators or content creators in general is good, but your relationship with your community was 100% more important.
mm-hmm. That should be your priority number one, in my opinion.
Yes. Yes. Because you can get a small boost from other creators, but they aren't creating you. You are creating you with your community. So focus on that relationship first. And then figure out how to include other people in your community, not
Hi,
just
Rivestar.
share content with them, if that makes sense.
Yes.
You want to do the next question?
Yes. This says, how long did it take you to get where you are in terms of skill level when it comes to art? Ooh, this is for me. I have been professionally. I've been selling art for 6 years, but to get to a similar level, like to get to a selling level of art, that took me 11 years, I think. Hold on, I'm doing math. If I started
Damn.
at one, if I started at 1, 2, 3, that's 5, and then 5 more. Yeah, at least 10. Around 10 to get to a selling level, and then extras over that. That's not counting the years. Well, I was a baby. But I was able to get to a somewhat selling art level when I was around 16, 17. So yeah, I've been drawing since I'm very small. Yeah, most streamers I
Baby.
watch from the V-Twinks groups because of the raids, and you're visiting each other, been visiting each other's chat so often. I don't understand what that means. But yeah.
You know the Twitch group thing that you joined
Yeah.
with Chew Coffee Twinks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they saying about that? That's what I don't understand.
They're saying that most of the streamers that they watch are from that group.
Oh.
Because of raids or you visiting each other's chats.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, there you go. That's another rebel. B-Twinks. You need to socialize more.
I'm not a twink. I don't feel like I should be like, hey, I vibe with Caleb. I've got 30 average
I'm not
viewers.
talking
You should include me.
I'm not talking specifically about B-Twinks, and you know that. We have that.
Nah.
We have what made you realize that being a VTuber is something for you. My special interest at the time, it was just my special, like, the thing that I was interested in doing the most, the thing I wanted to learn the most. It was just like, oh, I'm gonna do that. This is gonna be my new obsession, pretty much. But I've been through this process with other things as well, so I'm expecting it to end eventually, pretty much. Like, I'm not expecting, oh, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. It's just like, oh, I'll do that, and after that, I have this and this plan, but we'll see how it goes. It was just what I wanted to try at the time, pretty much. I got tired of what was happening before, so I just joined something else. Yeah. How about you?
I tried it and I loved it. I always wanted to be a content creator, and my whole thing was I was going to be like a IRL face cam content creator. I was going to make YouTube videos or something, and I never figured out how to get that started. And then some of my friends, my IRL friends, were into VTubers, and I thought, that's kind of cool. And so I commissioned someone to draw me as if I were a fucking Fox VTuber, and I'm like, I kind of like that. It's kind of fucking slaps.
This is kind of fucking cool.
It wasn't a good drawing at all. But, it was the first step it took, and I still loved it. And so I created a character, started with the PNG, gave it a try, and I'm like, I actually really like this. And it really suits me, and it's really fun. So I tried it, I vibed with it, and I just kept going.
And last one. Sorry, you go.
Don't be afraid to try something.
Yeah.
Just don't jump into water that's too deep for you to get out of.
Try to make friends along the way. It makes the concept less intimidating.
And less lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lastly, do you do art commissions? Yes, but they're not open right now. I have too much to work on.
That's so fucking cringe. I do art commissions and they're open. They cost $3.50 and a smack in the ass. Who wants them? No, I don't. I'm not a fucking artist. I know that question wasn't for me. I'm just trying to be funny.
Yeah. All right. I am good. I am kind of tired.
Oh, you're tired? Okay.
Yeah, we've been streaming for how long? Can you tell me, please? I can't see the chat.
I can check. 1 second.
Oh, 3 hours,
doesn't tell me
3 hours and 40
view.
minutes. There you go. 3 hours and 40 minutes.
That's not bad.
I'll be sending you guys to one of my friends. This one is Velky. He creates very fun content. He's a very goofy goober. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you a lot. And I'll try to release a schedule soon. Have patience with me, please. Anything you want to say, Felix?
Thanks all for being here.
Also, remember to follow me and Felix. Follow
If you're not
us.
familiar with me, I'm Felix Nocturne.
Mhm.
There should be a little thing in the title. You can find me there. I
Right
stream on
message.
Twitch
Just
almost
use the spinning
daily.
sheepies. Use the spinning sheepies as always.
Use the spinning
Use the
sheepies, as
spinning
always.
sheepies.
Thanks for having me on your stream. It was a bunch of fun.
Of course. How could I not? You peach.
You peach. Thank you.
I'll send y'all over there. Bye.
Bye.
Sending them over there. Making sure the raid goes through. Hold on. Bing, bing, bow, bow, bow.
I'll just moan until you stop stream.
No. No. No.
Okay, thank you for the raid.
Oh my God.
Okay,
He's
there's no
alive.
raid. All right.
Thank you so much.